you probably put a lot of hands on him while you were there. I mean, word on the street.
But in a consent, I did it in a consensual way.
Okay, there's not going to be a Me Too.
No.
Figures either. 112 Me Too.
No, there was consent.
Okay, good. I don't. You weren't messing with none of them double jointed elbows or anything, were you?
No, nothing like that. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. You like my shirt?
I do. That's that guy was kind of a topic, right? Like, you did a little travel recently, right? Like, did you go? You went out of You left town a little bit.
Took a little trip. Yeah.
Spent the night in a hotel. Had a nice little getaway for a weekend.
Yeah, just for a weekend.
Low key, casual, relaxing.
Yeah, nothing much.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I mean, obviously nobody would pick up on it, but if you go back, what was it? Probably 4 or 5 episodes.
Uh-huh.
I wore that Doc Nocturnal hoodie for like 4 weeks straight. Nobody picked up on it.
Yeah,
I even
chipped in to get you a washing machine for home or something.
No, it was a tease. Nobody picked up on it. That last picture that I posted was the watch too.
Yeah.
I thought for sure somebody picked it up, but whatever. It's the fun about it, right? That's the fun with it.
So I heard a lot of that stuff was staged. Like you weren't,
The Doc Nocturnal stuff?
No, the Doc Ock.
Oh, the Doc Nocturnal?
The Doc Ock, the tentacles.
Oh, that, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Oh boy!
So see, a lot of this stuff is because I read the boards and stuff like that, and
see what people are wanting out with the figures, and you make it happen.
Yeah. So because D set up the booth as well, right? D did a lot more than I did, but D set up the booth, and when we were talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I said, these are all the things that people talked about, that I've seen people comment. I was like, these are the things that we should keep in mind when we're setting up. So it answers questions, because you didn't know if we're going to be able to talk about stuff or do anything. And that's what we did, man. Appreciate everybody that's in here. I appreciate Mr. Michael Cory coming from his suspension. I think that's what we called it.
Rehab.
And it is good to see everybody. I am not tired. I thought I was gonna be, but no, I'm not tired.
Hey, you look refreshed. Like you've.
It's the lighting. How have you been doing? Good, because we haven't spoken a while.
Yeah, we message
on here.
Yeah, every day we talk. Good. That time of year where our Florida school system, we're starting to go to work now. So life's getting a little bit busier and getting Sawyer ready to go back to school. Definitely buried in toys that I haven't opened or looked at. I had a backlog from my vacation.
That was a good thing, right? Come back home too.
Dude, I tell you, besides that Dick Tracy I was just playing with, this guy, this is youth right here. This is my Doc. God damn.
Doc. Yeah.
Dude, you freaking knocked it out of the park with him. I mean, I know Doc wasn't like the most popular G.I. Joe because he was a medic, but man, I freaking loved that dude when I was a kid. I loved my Doc figure. Loved him in the cartoon. I mean, I know he's like just the medic, but I mean, you're a medic, like.
Yeah. It resonates.
Yeah, and he's just, I don't know, it resonates youth and obviously my career, but it's man, freaking knocked it out of the park. Classified crushes it.
God, you just seen all the stuff they had there for that thing. So, God, that was a lot. But I know a lot of people are here for the show, so I think we should start because there's a lot to cover. I'm going to really try to pack all of this stuff in and make sure everybody gets an entertaining and informative show. So let's start right now. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to this is 173 of the Hangout. where we give you positive insight in the world of collecting in a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by one of my other halves. I tell you, man, you guys are the same person. You just put different masks and bodysuits on and stuff like
Yeah, brothers.
that. Yeah, Mr. Back from suspension, Mr. Michael Cory. CC might join us. I mean, we'll just have to see, but MC equals more content. So, how are you doing tonight, sir? Good to see you on virtually.
Yeah, great to see you. Good to talk to you face to face instead of messaging, texting, passenger pigeons, smoke signals, all the stuff that we use to communicate to each other.
That's what it seemed like, man. That's what it seemed like. Oh, let me pull this up. Gosh, so much stuff. I guess we'll have to.
Stuff? From what?
A lot. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
I saw Minnie's this year. Why is she? No offense, Minnie's, but were you interested in seeing something tonight?
So they gave me, while I was there, they gave me they told me that I couldn't post pictures until Saturday because they had their media rollout, and then they had, they wanted to give content creators and other people a chance to be able to do stuff and them.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, okay, but I think I had one of the days when they showed it. I said, hey, can I send this? And they were like, yeah, it's cool. And so I sent the picture to Minnie because I knew she'd get a kick out of it. So I was like, yeah. I know she was happy, man.
Oh man, I just saw when that picture dropped. I just saw Minnie's name get tagged across like every social media. I think she went viral with the hashtag Tangerine. Like Minnie's was trending worldwide for a minute. So
yeah, man, everybody knew. But it's cool, man. But tonight's episode is properly titled. Well, is it going to do it? It's not going to do it. A little technical difficulty from last time. Had a little bit of a snafu. For some reason, it kept telling me that I needed to update something. So I was like, ah, crap. Yeah, I was like, damn it, here we go. But tonight's episode is... Paige, you wrote it. How can you not know what the next episode is? Again, technical difficulty. Hopefully it gets it all out now and not during the actual time when I'm showing focus.
San Diego time, so don't worry about it. You'll catch up in a couple hours.
Hopefully the computer will. Dumbass computer. Yeah. But welcome to episode 173. Yeah. Did all that, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, so this is the wrap up. Not a hard title. I don't know why Paige couldn't remember that. Tonight's title is the 2024 Mezco SDCC wrap up. Alternate title for this was, I think I was going to choose like The Hangover Part 2, something like that. Yeah, but before we start, I do want to say thank you to Mezco Toys. It's not like a show thing or anything like that. I'm just saying thank you because this was the second year that I was allowed to go out there and do all that stuff that I did with them. They didn't have to do that, let alone do it once. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for having me out. Treat me like family. Everybody there is cool. I think that gets lost a lot. A lot of people think it's a business, but there's people behind the business. And when I was talking to them, we would work, and then after work, we would all hang out as a group, and it was really cool getting to know everybody a little bit more. So again, thank you guys very much for having me out. I really appreciate it. Take me next year. Are you ready? Are you ready to make content for the rest of the world?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I say that because you're going to see some photos tonight. Now, these aren't the regular photos that you've seen online. I've pocketed some of these for the show. But, that's one of the good things about going and working is you get a little bit more access to some of this stuff. And the whole purpose of me going, obviously, was to go help and stuff like that, too. But it's also to be able to, get better quality pictures and videos so you can provide that kind of stuff, and then also little tidbits of information for the community. So if you see any of these photos online, they're stolen. There's no way somebody jumped behind the booth, took these pictures, and put some of these accessories on, unless they were Darius. And Darius didn't do it, because I know he didn't do it, because we talked about it. Nobody has these photos. Yeah, it's not a flex. It's just, letting people know, because you're gonna see somebody screen crack this and put it on Reddit and say, "Oh, it was washed. I found it someplace else." No, you stole. That's part of the problem. Don't do it. Don't steal. You can take it and share. Just give credit. But this stealing stuff you guys got going on is getting out of hand. Out of hand. No foreplay. I'm sorry, you gonna say something? My fault.
What do we call it in college? College writing? Cite your source. Cite your source.
Yeah.
Don't plagiarize Paige's work. The man worked hard. Just give credit. That's all you gotta say. Page, photo by Paige. Photo by the Toy Paige. That's it. Just be nice.
Anybody's work. Yeah, anybody's work. I saw people taking stuff from other people, and I don't know where I remember I got this from. I'm not trying to bring a downer to the show, first off, but you just see it all the time. I mean, like you said, people work hard. They pay money. Some people pay money to actually go to these events and be able to get some of this stuff for you, and people just pass it off as their own. See, look at that. I saw a ton of your photos in another group. Yeah. It's like, bro, come on, man. They say all you got to do is just put who took it. That's it.
Yeah, that's sad to hear. I know that happened last year with, I know you saw it, Indiana Jones, that reveal, and I called some dude out on it, and he argue with me for like 6 or 7 exchanges and give you credit, then just say credit to the Toy Page, and then he blocks.
Dude, that was a test too.
Yeah, and it's just
there's some behind the scenes stuff, but that was a test too, just to see somebody do it, and you didn't disappoint every year. Yeah, don't take much, man. But you know how people get pictures, in front of the booth. Oh no, that was my picture. There's no way anybody took these photos. No way. And I guarantee you, watch tonight, tomorrow, you'll see somebody do it. Don't do it.
Like those videos of your hand turning Nightwing.
That was intentional.
It'll be me claiming it. Yeah, that was me.
There's no way anybody could do it. So yeah, dude. And it's not just me; it's other content creators. I saw a whole bunch of other people that were posting stuff in Jada, everything like that. Dude, these people work hard to get this stuff. Just give them credit, man. It's really simple. You know where you got it. If you don't know where you got it, just ask. Somebody be able to tell you. That's the rant. That one's over. Since I did that, we'll try to get into this. No foreplay. We're just going to get down and dirty. Oh, yeah, really quick. I don't do disclaimers, but be advised. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to show and talk about, and there's some stuff that we're not going to be able to talk about. They put a lot of trust in me. They had me doing this. I don't want to mess it up. So we're going to do like a Q&A session at the end. If there's something I can't answer, just please understand. It's just I can't answer it. I don't want to jeopardize anything like that.
So please don't spam your questions over and over. Like if it's the same one, ignores it, he doesn't answer it. It's nothing personal.
You
guys know.
Well,
if I don't NDAs and stuff like that, just respect the process, please.
Yeah, and as that trust builds, it'll get better. I promise. I promise you. If it gets better, like
but you're gonna tell me though, right, Paige?
Of course, offline.
No,
what is it?
For the record, he tells me nothing that he doesn't tell you guys. That's the God honest truth.
You put that on wax so everybody knows.
Yeah.
So they don't think, oh man, he's talking behind pillow talking.
Yeah.
So top cons for tonight. Top cons for tonight. So tonight we're going to talk mainly about San Diego Comic-Con, specifically Mezco. Everybody else is out there doing content and they're doing a great job. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes or anything like that. But the stuff that I was able to do, it's a lot of firsthand stuff. So I thought that would help out more people. We might dip into some other brands that's going to bring it up, but that's about it. So we'll talk about the con and online reveals. I want to hear your personal favorites that you saw from the show, and then also CC if he gets in here. Some things we kind of learned. We'll do a quick Q&A, and I apologize. I swear to God, I apologize. I hope everyone will understand the way this con's been going and everything else. It was hard for me to even get this show, let alone do the roll call wheel. I have not forgot, and I swear to God, here you go. I have whoever's prize wins. It's right here, okay? Your prize will be right here. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you.
What? You didn't
But
even get one for me.
we just got to do it the other time.
No, homie.
It's the show. The show comes first. The
I know.
show comes first. What is this? Noted. Ask if the frog can hold the pistol. I guarantee you I'll cover something about that nobody has seen. What's the precise exact time? Tapping. I love this group, bro. I love it. I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding, man. Let's see here. What was I was surprised they didn't show. You know, they had a lot of stuff that they did not show. I can tell you guys that there was a bunch of stuff that people didn't even see, but you know, maybe we'll see it a little bit in the future. Let's see here. Well, all right, so keeping on track. But yeah, that was the show foreplay, the advisory, not how it started. To give the whole story exposition, I think that you should always start how it started. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the last time I'll do this. Until next year. Until next year. Until next year. When I got to do it again. That's the last time, I swear to God. So, San Diego, Mezco. It was intergalactic and it was totally awesome. Totally awesome. I'm showing this for a reason. So I got there pretty early and then helping them set up the booth. So this is what you kind of come into. See, there's nothing there. And as the day goes along, it progresses and they start building stuff and putting stuff up. You start putting stuff in the cabinets and everything else like that. So we did this for about a day and a half. Oh,
Wow.
that guy helped out.
Who's that guy?
I think he
looks amazing. That's a nice Spider-Man pose he's got going.
It is. He shows that he has great articulation.
Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows.
Yeah. And see, and this is what you're kind of doing. You're setting this whole booth up. And the reason why I'm showing this is because half the poses that Paige did, they were like that. Just kidding. But the reason why I'm showing this is because there's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. And I don't think that that's highlighted enough. And it's not just one or two people, it's a team of people. And it takes about a day and a half to put all of these booths together, get everything organized, get it looking good for people. So I just wanted to make sure I highlight that. There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff, a lot of work until you get to something like this and you see the showpiece. And then at the end, you get to tear it all down. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Were you and Dee the only ones that were posing the figures?
No, team effort.
Okay.
Everybody was doing something to help out. So Dee and I would pose the figures. Some of the staff, there were people that were the Living Dead doll section, and they handled that stuff. Dee and I would do the other stuff, the floor showcase, posing and setting up staging, like the two cases that you saw, like Doc Nocturnal and the Jungle one. You know, I did that. Dee, we were waiting for some of the stuff to come in, so we had to wait for that. But Dee did the posing for the jungle stuff. I think I did half of the bottom. Everybody was kind of everywhere. Everyone helps out each other.
Okay.
And that's the good thing about them. Like when I this is the second time I work with them. Everybody, they're very team oriented, helping each other out. You know, it's not just one person saying, "That's my section. Get out of here." So it was really cool, man. It was really cool. But there's a lot of hands involved, and there's a lot to it. Let me see what else. So yeah, so this is what you kind of get, you know, a bunch of setup stuff and everything like that. But I think that that's super important to talk about because I know a lot of people saying, oh, I don't like the posing on this. I don't like this. What did I say? Oh, so booth setup, 1.5 days. So all the stuff that you're looking at, it's 300, I counted, 334 individual pieces. That's not including merch and stuff like that and everything like that. That's 334 things that you're seeing in the cabinets, all set up in a day and a half. So one thing I saw somebody said, I could do a better job. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You try setting up even just the Mezcos. I think it was over 100 figures.
Hmm.
You try setting up 100 figures in 10 hours. Not easy.
Half the people
So
can't even set up their collection in their house without it falling over.
yeah, that's another thing too. There's a lot involved. I just wanted to highlight that part. We won't hammer it or anything like that. I don't want this to be a boring lecture show, but just wanted to highlight that. Yeah, that's all the stuff that they had in the booths and stuff like that. You see, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, move on. Move on. Preview night. Look at that little guy. Uh, preview night. Were you into any of the stuff like watching it online? Like what was your experience with that? Like when you saw preview night, that stuff starts rolling out. What do you think?
I watched the posts that people were throwing up online, in the group.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you chatted with CC and I once in a while, when you had that all precious minute, you actually checked in with us, which was really cool. I appreciate, we knew you were busy and we always kept saying that. We didn't expect answers from you, and we mostly just checked in on you to make sure you're getting enough rest. And like, just so you guys know, we don't bug Paige about, hey, tell us what's going on, who's there, blah blah blah. We just, enough sleep, man, how you feeling, you eating, because we know how busy he is. But and then we traded what we were seeing online with just CC and I. We know that you already saw it all, obviously, in our little group chat and stuff. But yeah, we just followed along with, live vicariously through everybody else.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I appreciate you guys, man. I know you guys checking. It helped kind of push things along. It really did. One of the things with this, I was wondering. That's the reason why I asked was, so we had this right, and I'm not showing this for one reason. I'm showing for another. So things constantly change through this convention. That's something else that you gotta like do when you're there, because they might have a certain setup and they'll say, no, we want to do something else because our vision is a little bit different. So a lot of this stuff is changing throughout the booth. You know, I know. There you go, minis. There's your money shot right there. Not the guy in the red shirt, but that. So there was stuff in here that kind of like went off on the fly and changed and everything else like that. And then we had the exclusives; those were kind of brought up. I did want to bring some information to this. So somebody came up and asked, and they were like, "I don't understand, why is this 130?" And that's why I put that post up. What they were doing was they were including tax in this pricing for 130. So it wasn't like they were trying to get more money off of people. It was just they just included tax. Another thing with the exclusives is there were one per person. The first night they didn't really have one for Snake Eyes, and then they saw they were going through that really quick. But then they started doing one per person. I say that because that's going to be key a little bit later on. They had plenty of stock, and then later on, gone. And this will show you how things change as well, because this is originally what the display looked like. And we were getting pieces in for the laboratory from what you guys saw later on. And so these are all things that you got to take into consideration when you're there. I know it's cool when you put it, I'm just trying to give people an idea of how much goes on. So when you see somebody say, I saw this today, somebody's like, I saw a bunch of people on their phones. Well, you don't really know what they're on their phones for. Some of them are coordinating meetings with licenses. Some of them are actually doing media work. Some of them are actually trying to find out where the statuses of the pieces are for the show. So just because you see somebody on the phone, it doesn't mean that they're playing, Envoy or, whatever else games people play. There's actually business being done, So I
Hinge.
wanted to point that out. Yeah. I'll admit, I was behind the desk and I was on the phone, but you saw me what I was doing. It's the same thing. And I saw somebody just go off on that. I'm like, man, you don't understand what's really going on. with some stuff. What did I do this for? Don't know what that's for.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah. But the exclusives, that was a big thing. So they did one. They did one for each person. The reason why is because they wanted to keep it fair, and they had allocations for the whole. Not they didn't have it for the whole convention. They had it for a certain amount of days, and they thought it was going to go that way.
Mhm.
And they thought they would have it extended for the weekend, but there was a huge ass line, and everybody wanted it. So I was wondering what you thought about that, like when you heard about numbers and stuff like that.
Um, so I think it's good that they limit one per person. Obviously, there's the con markup. For a lot of last year, a lot of people were making a fortune if you followed along on eBay and in the groups and stuff when people were selling. What was it, the Space Cadet Gomez and the Wolverine, and was it Green Power Ranger last year? Like people
Yes,
were.
yes.
I remember you told me like some guy came in and bought like a case of Green Power Rangers, I think, or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. That way it gives, everybody a chance to get one. And it also shows, I mean, if they sold out, that shows the popularity of the line. Like the quality that they're putting out, people are standing in line just to get Comic-Con is huge, obviously. I mean, I haven't been to there. I've been to MegaCon, been to over here in Tampa and Chicago, the C2E2, whatever it is, the Chicago one. And, to stand in the lines just to get one figure, that shows that people are committed to the line and they know quality when they see it. Hopefully, instead of just the flippers or whatever. But
Yeah.
yes, I
And
mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they did it like they did last year, preview night, all of those figures would have been gone. Every figure would have been gone. Because when we started on preview night, a couple people came up and were like, "Oh, this is cool," and then there was a line, and so it wasn't on the fly. They had already known that they were going to do that in order to make it fair for people. Because you got to understand, like preview night, you may not have a ticket to go to preview night. So what happens if all of the figures are gone? You come day 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to be pissed. And that Casey Jones, I'm telling you, it would have sold out preview night, especially if there wasn't limitations on it. So there's a reason why they do certain things. They had a meeting about it. They even took feedback from us, like Darius and stuff like that. They were Darius and I, and like they're like, okay, what helps was make this go, and they're like, yeah, there should be an allocation for this because it is a hot item.
mm-hmm.
So you want to make it fair. And because there's a line, like you said, that means the line is popular. It doesn't mean that they're trying to hold up. But that line was crazy, man. I have a picture of it later on. But
Didn't you say there was a
somebody,
45-minute wait or something like that at one point on preview night? We were
yeah,
talking.
yeah. So um, I was part of the line management. And so you start the line. The line wrapped from the counter around the booth once. It snaked 2 or 3 times, and then it snaked around the back of it, and then it was up against the wall. So I
Wow.
counted at the end of the line. I tagged a person, and then I went around to the front, and I watched my phone, and it was a 45-minute wait. So it moves pretty fast, but it's still, it's that shows you how many, how popular and how long it was.
It's like the line queue for Disney or Universal. They buy.
Yeah. Let's see here. Uh, the cases that was part of, I guess the convention. They provided those cases.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Um, so yeah, I did want to talk about this like booth atmosphere. I think like I had 2 people send me video clips, and they were about like content creators saying there was no communication at the booth or something like that, and I gotta call bullshit on that, man, dude. You know me, so Darius and I were out in the front, and if you talk to, I think it's Tehran, the English guy, he even has a video. He has a video of like me going out and saying, attention in the line. If you're here for this, it's sold out. The allocation is done for the day. You can come back tomorrow. And the reason why is you're trying to communicate to people so they pay money. You don't want them to waste their time just sitting in a line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I get dropped?
Nope. No.
Okay.
That's great that you guys are doing that, because if you're in line for Casey Jones and you can't get him, he's gone for the day. You're gonna be pissed that you sat and waited, and just to find out. I mean, I know I would. Like, wow, why didn't anybody tell me? You know.
Yeah. Some of my computer's down for a second. We'll see if it comes back up. But that's the whole purpose of doing that. And then also, of course, we got friends in the community that are out there. So we're going to be out there and we're talking to them and stuff like that too. So, but I've seen some people say that there wasn't communication. I can tell you, uh, we made it a point to talk to people, right? And I'll give you two scenarios, right? One scenario, but no, I'll save that for later. But I saw some people talking about there weren't communication. It depends on probably who you were talking to, but when you go up to pay for your stuff, people are obviously going to talk to you, tell you your totals and stuff like that. And there's going to be some stuff that people can talk about, and there's going to be some stuff that people can't talk about. So I think you got to differentiate what it is you were asking for and what it is you needed, because uh, I'll be honest with you, some of the conversations were a little bit like weird, you know. Next year, I'm gonna wear like those glasses that record everything.
The Metas, the Ray-Ban Metas.
Yeah, you know, just so you can kind of like, so you'd be able to see like what people do during these interactions, or you can also see some of like the interactions when somebody says they're innocent, because there was a couple of things like that too. I'm not trying to throw out business. I'm trying to give perspective about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, it there's two sides to every story. You got to kind of look at them both.
There's
Look at
also probably approach that's not taken into consideration, how these people may have approached you guys, or the type of questions that they asked. They didn't get the answer
yeah.
that they wanted, so you guys are standoffish.
What do you say? I heard the weird vibes thing about Mezco that couldn't get that release date. So I don't want to highlight the comment. It needs no attention, just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, weird. So here's the thing. If you say like weirdness, I'm not saying this to you, Mickey. If you say weirdness, so I've seen that too. So it depends on how you classify weird. Because like weird to me is this. So I'm sitting. And again, I'm not trying to throw them under the booth. And everything that I'm saying is my experience. It has nothing to do with Mezco. I'm telling you my personal experience. Weird to me is when somebody comes up and they say, "Hey, do you have Casey Jones for sale?" Legitimate and honest question. No, sir. We're officially sold out for the day. You sure you don't have it for sale? No, sir. We don't have it for sale today. It'll be ready for, it'll be ready, available for purchase tomorrow. Come on, man. You got Casey Jones. I'm sorry, sir, we don't. And then when someone proceeds to ask you 5 more times, that's being weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
I understand as a customer, but once you say it 4 or 5 times, it's a little weird. I don't know if it's the same person or if this story has been kind of, I don't know, skewed. You know, I had a person ask me, when is Doc Nocturnal coming out? Again, legitimate, honest question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Answer was, the official release date for that has not been announced. Yeah, but you know when it's coming out, right? The official release date has not been announced. Come on, man. You can tell me. The official release date has not been turned. Now remember, this is one person, and I get it. It's different people, and I am not complaining because everybody doesn't receive the same information. I'm saying over a cumulative amount of time, you can kind of see where you're just like, hey, and you keep giving the same answer. The funny thing is what I was told was, I'm sorry, the official release date's not being released. The official release date hasn't been released. Oh, you're a dick. Oh, okay. Got it. That's weird to me. So yeah, there's always two sides to everything. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Nope. I was just looking at the Facebook to see if I saw any weird things that people are bringing up.
Was
You know,
it really one per?
weird
I heard
complaint.
couples were rolling up like they needed. Okay, so yeah, this is another one too. So if somebody's in line and they're purchasing, it was one per person. If the person behind them is their wife or their girlfriend or something, or they just drag somebody with them, that's another person. Doesn't that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really check everybody and say, hey, are you two together? Because if you are, it's one per household. That doesn't make sense. It was one per person. So the good thing about all of this is that I'm sure that they'll look at these scenarios. Like there was another thing where they had the disabilities line. So you're going to have people that, because of certain, disabilities, they have a little bit more access. So you also have to factor them into it too. So you would have three from the regular line, one from here. Do you see what I mean? Again, these are all things that you have to deal with on the fly. So people don't see that. People say, oh, they're cutting in line. No, they're disabled. Now, whether they were legally or actually disabled, I don't know. You still have to go through that. So I understand there'll be people saying that this is BS. I don't understand why this is happening, why this is happening. There are reasons why. That's the point I'm trying to make,
Yeah.
So I know that there's a lot of weird stories out there, but I can tell you weird stories and be very specific about it and it trying to balances things out. The thing is that everyone has different experiences. People had to wait through those lines, man. And even though you say there's weird experiences, there were people that had good experiences. And just because for whatever reason you may have gone to the booth and it wasn't the experience that you wanted to get, it doesn't mean that everybody had that experience. This is the line. See how it starts over here? That's the register. It would wrap all the way around to here. And this was preview night. So I understand people getting, upset about waiting. But again, you have to take all these. So you're in line. It's a popular item. What do you tell people? Hey, don't get in line.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing. You know who else had lines? That Tamagotchi place, Jada, Hasbro, Neca, all of them had lines. It's the convention. You're going to be standing in line. So
you're not the only person that wants Casey Jones. Newsflash.
Yeah. It was just one of some nerds talking about. Yeah, I don't know. It's if you had a weird interaction with somebody, I can guarantee you probably somebody had a weird interaction with you. Most of the people that I talk to, I can give you a list of people I talked to. They had a good time there. There are people that are going to have a bad time or a weird time, and there's going to be people that had a good time. You just had a weird time, and I would ask what happened. What happened at the booth? If you asked a question and they answered it, is that what made it weird? Because they didn't give you the answer you wanted. If you asked for Casey Jones and they didn't have any more to sell, it's their fault. That's the kind of stuff. I don't want to throw a damper on this. I want to get to the reveals. I just saw some of this stuff. I'm like, man, there's other stuff, and that's why I took pictures. I wish I would have taken more, and I wish I would have done more testimonials and stuff like that with people that were there and talking and stuff. But you can see this line, dude. It's a line. It's a line full of people. See, it wraps around.
Look at that dude's bag, right there.
Look at that guy. He's on his phone. Look at these guys on their phone.
Look at that guy's bag though. Look how much stuff he's got in front, right there.
Yeah. Somebody asked. This was cool. I thought both of these chicks. I'm sorry. I thought both of these cosplayers things were cool. I'm not zooming in for that, but she put a lot of detail into this. Look at that. Yeah. Let's get past that. But there you go. And same thing with her.
They did great.
Yeah. People had a good time in the booth. You know what also is weird? When somebody says to me, hey, I need to grab one from a friend, and we're part of the community, so we know people, right? I've seen people. And your friend just bought one an hour ago, but you're buying it for this friend? Name dropping? I was like, come on, man. Or this is the last weird one. Complaining about it, about getting the figure or something, or complaining the line was long, buying the figure finally, and then taking a picture outside of the booth, and then I look on eBay, and it's on eBay already. That's weird to me. So remember, there's always two sides to the story with this stuff. There's reasons for everything. Let's not talk about this no more because it's starting to go downhill. It's supposed to be positive. Again, people from the community. Yeah, these guys look like they didn't have no fun.
Yeah, they look miserable. Bad experience.
Horrible. This guy brought his kid. Bad experience. Look at that. That kid's thinking this is weird. I guess it's weird. Whatever. Yeah. It's not. There's two sides to every story. Let's get to the reveals. I feel like we're harping on this stuff, or I'm harping on it. And people are here for the reveals anyway. So let's let this load up. What did it say? You can't please everybody. Yeah, you can't. You really can't. And that's the sad thing. I just care if the product is good or not. It is baffling. But that's part of it too. You want people to have good customer service, and you want people to have a good time being AD. Yeah. But that's the thing. And I really feel like I had to say something, because a lot of times, I'll say it, a lot of times content creators and people can just say whatever they want, and there's no repercussions for it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the time when, and you see how all of this stuff is kind of like, now when you look back at the bigger picture and you're telling people, MezcoCon hasn't started, and you got people arguing with you about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just sitting here going, come on. And then, I go to the show and I'm like doing this stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to give you guys false information, man. I'm trying to help you out. There's no. And it's like, so you're sitting back watching all this stuff. And like I said, that's what happens with this. You see people online just saying stuff. There's no repercussions. You can say stuff, whatever you want, and then there's no consequences for it. And that's why I wanted to say something tonight, because I was like, you should be able to retort to a certain extent with some of these things, because it's not what you think. It wasn't bad. There were people that had bad experiences probably, but this wasn't some like epic fail. It was actually a good fail. There's a lot of people that said a lot of good positive things about it. And you want to know what they said? Positive? This dude was cool as hell. And look at, he's holding Miles. There's no gatekeeping here. This guy, I open up the case, let him hold the figure. It's not weird. I liked her. She was cool. That's Hannah. How do I remember her name?
Is she a Mezco collector?
No. She just came up. I said, hey, that's a really cool outfit. We have a figure. We'll talk about that in a second. There's a figure. Do you mind just taking a photo? And she's like, yeah. Look at, she's holding it. This guy, he comes every year and dresses up. And they appreciate it. So he got this. It's not weird. We already talked about that. Why does this keep dying? It's like horrible. Anyway, let's get off of this. I'm talking about Yeah. I honestly think that's what it is. I think that sometimes people just don't believe it. But again, this is a positive show. We're trying to talk about positive. So Paige, get off of this stuff. Let's talk about this really quick. I promise, no more talk about that. But I do think that it needed to be said that there's two sides of it. MC's on his phone right now. Yeah, Paige is on his damn rant. No. I'm just kidding with you, bro.
Work.
Slugfish shot. We already went over some of this stuff, but what did you think about this? Like, they had these exclusives. They had Casey. They had Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I think it's great that they offer. I know that obviously Casey, a big complaint is that he sold out quick on the website. Gave people an opportunity to get it. And I understand why he was in short supply, because they wanted to show him at San Diego Comic-Con for MezCon. I'm excited to get the figure. I'm glad that, people, they limited it to one. Everybody got another opportunity to get it that may have missed out. And
Mm-hmm.
it's nice that we got to see, like an early preview of the box, see the figure. Because what did it say, 6 weeks after Comic-Con or something like that? I know it's a big debate as to when he will start shipping. So it's nice that we got to see, that you took the photos to show his accessories laid out instead of the promo pics that we got. We order like always. See the box art. I thought it was pretty cool. I really am excited to get this figure. Like just seeing in-hand photos, obviously does a lot. It wasn't shot with a potato.
You want to hear a joke? I was gonna buy a potato, and I was gonna go, and the first night on preview night, I was gonna say, "I'm taking pictures tonight, guys," and just hold up the potato. Or I was gonna take some Vaseline and put it on a camera lens
That's
and
awesome.
like show like tangerine. But I was like, I don't know if they're gonna go for this. They were really cool over there. But, somebody said this. Yeah, dude, like did you see the line? So if you have the line, wouldn't you just kind of like be looking at the stuff while you were there? I know it's not, it gets old after a while, especially, if you're not into a certain section, but yeah, why don't you just look at this stuff?
Enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy this stuff, man. Yeah, Disney. But yeah, so they had those. We already talked about pricing and everything else like that, livestock, and then it was just like gone, dude. It sold out. It sold out. I think it was preview night. The next two night, the second night, it sold out.
Wow.
And then they also offered this stuff right here. That sold out as well. All right, so let's talk about the con. Oh yeah, that good. So we had the grubs. Um, I'm very interested in this. I'm probably going to put up a poll because they were kind of wondering. They introduced three more grubs. So you had Super Grub, you had Batman or Bat Grub, and then they had one that didn't have this mask because they were thinking that people wouldn't like the mask on this grub.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that, let me know. He was a lot of fun. I didn't get a chance to take as many pictures as I wanted to with him. It was just so busy, but he did have fun. Is that underage drinking? Yeah,
Man, that's contributing to the delinquency of a minor right there.
Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, which one do you think? If
Uh,
this utility belt was cool, but if the mask or not the mask? Also,
no
chat
mask.
would let me know. No mask?
No mask for me.
Okay.
I mean, if they offer the second one with the mask version, I'll buy both. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Who the hell am I kidding? But if they were only gonna make one, I'd prefer unmasked because you can buy more clothes for it.
Yeah, I was thinking that you could sell this. And I know people are asking probably when it's going to come out. I think this was another test by them. That's just my theory to gauge the interest in. I would say definitely if you see stuff at the con that you like or that you dislike or you think it can be improved on, make sure you say that because they took a lot of effort this year. They had stuff where they were like, okay, this was brought up last year. What do we do to help that make that better? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they did stuff like I'll tell you this really quick. So somebody mentioned the allocation part. They were saying that they didn't understand why they allocated certain number per day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, even if they didn't, they would have sold out on preview night. Another reason why they did that was to be able to, of course, to give everybody a chance to do it. But also, you saw that line. That line is stopping other booths from getting people. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a people thing too. It's like if you allocate a certain number, then everybody disperses and then everybody else can do their business. So you got to also think about the booths around you. There's a lot of stuff, man, that's involved in it. A lot of thinking. What does it say? I think when people, yeah, I think there are people that have legitimate reasons to be mad or disappointed. When I made that announcement and I had to do it 2 days, nobody. I thought I was going to get a shoe thrown at me. Never happened. People were like, and then they just kind of walked away. So, let's see. But the grubs, that had the grubs, Doc and Company. All right, here we go. You guys ready? All right, here we go. I asked for, what is it? I asked two people once, man. I think both realized that how much they could make. Oh, yeah. Jeez, man. See, all right. So here are people that have gone to the con, and they can kind of tell you like firsthand, what's going on. That's why I reacted to the con. I'm
Think
sorry, I'm
about
going through this.
just the line to get into Comic-Con usually. Like even like MegaCon. I know you usually do the press pass, and MegaCon's not as big as San Diego Con. There's huge lines just to get into these places. There's always
Yeah.
lines. Get used to it. Like you're gonna be in line all day.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Paige saw Deadpool. Did they say anything about Wolverine as they didn't show it? Yeah, like I was saying, they didn't show a lot of stuff for different reasons, but um, I don't know. I guess we'll see, right? Kind of seems weird just to have Deadpool and now Wolverine, especially the movie version, but I guess we'll see. You never know. Shoot, Casey, $5 your uncle. I was gonna do something. How many diapers did you change? A lot, because there was 4 of them. And a boy. As to no mask. See, there's different ones. Void, yeah, I think everybody really liked the Void.
Mm-hmm.
Mask, no mask, no mask. I saved pictures. Actually, inspiration. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lynn, I did the same thing. Pages, everyone's under that measures. Uh, I think I asked about that, but I wasn't given an answer. So hopefully, maybe, at least if anything, it was, said. Not too sure. Hopefully soon. Everybody says mask, mask. I mean, he said no mask. That's like worth 2 votes, right? The doc photo's insane. All right, I think we kind of caught up here. I'll bookmark this. Yeah. So Doc Knock, this thing I'm gonna tell you right now is badass, man. This cape is badass. It's kind of like the Rook one,
Okay.
and this dude comes with so much stuff. It's ridiculous. Some of it they didn't show. This gun right here. I'm showing you this because you can see it, but you see this right here.
Mm-hmm.
This drum drops down, this swivels back, and you can see another swivel point right there. That
Mm-hmm.
swivels back, and then you got it folds up. If you look at these pictures, he just has so much stuff, man. This figure is amazing, and it was a
Question.
prototype. It was a
Question.
prototype. Yeah.
With the increased size, do you think the accessory kit that came out, like the Van Helsing accessory kit, would work with him, like that bandolier for the crucifixes, or do you think he's going to be too beefy now?
I don't know, but I still have that, and if you probably put it on just to test it,
Mm-hmm.
like a roadblock, because that would be a bigger one. And if it fits on him, it should be able to fit on anything either that size or smaller. But that's
Okay.
a good question. I didn't do that. I didn't think about that. Of course, right when I get to the good stuff, it stalls out again. Please forgive me. I'll let you know as soon as it comes up. I think we might. No, we're not back yet. We can go through comments. I can't go through comments. This is not working. I don't know why Zuckerberg hates me so much. Let me get out of this. Bear with me.
Do
Ask
you
more
feel
questions. Go.
do you feel that this guy caught the most attention during the show?
I would say it was a toss up between him and Tangerine.
Okay.
I think another one that got a lot of attention was Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah. The internet was on
Beetlejuice.
fire with that.
Mm-hmm. So you know how I said it's not coming up. You know how I said everybody was like had a hand in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. I don't think I would get in trouble for this. But one of my most memorable moments was as I was walking back, to go grab something from the back. This is not working. Mez was working on that figure personally. So he's sitting there messing around with it, like tightening up stuff, getting it ready. And I was impressed, because I know he cares about the product and everything else like that, but to actually see him putting hands on it and fixing it before it goes out, I was like, wow, that was impressive to me.
That's a leader right there.
Yeah, and it was really cool to see him do that. Okay, it's back up. Thank God, because the pictures I was hoping that they would.
Can't wait to see the Beetlejuice accessories. What I can only imagine what he's going to come with.
Yeah, it was really cool. So the official tagline for him was the monsters that what is it? The monsters that hunt other monsters, I think.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in front of your page. But yeah. So yeah. A little closer look, a little bit better.
Those boots are badass.
The boots are badass, yeah. Again, this was a prototype. Hey, there's Darius back there. What's he doing back there? Is he talking to people? Interesting.
Showing those double jointed elbows too.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't notice that before. Anyway, so Kate, you can see, really cool looking. I told you about the gun. Lots of more other surprises, but this is something nobody's seen.
That gun is badass.
It is. These are some of the accessories that come with him. So you'll also be able to make this gentleman as well.
Wow.
Oh, I can hear the screenshots clicking right now. At thetoypaige.com. So I think that this figure is gonna like sell out when it does go up. I'm not saying when it goes up. I don't know when it's gonna go up. I'm just telling you this figure alone right here looks badass. This makes him even more badass. And that's not really telling you too much. That was just like one or two things that we're gonna put on him, but there's plenty of more that comes with him. Woodford, I thought was really cool.
They're not ready for this page.
Yeah, Woodford was really cool. I liked him a lot.
I like how he looks wet.
Huh?
Like the skin looks wet like a frog.
Yeah.
Glossy.
I do too. Soft goods, little tuxedo, little hands and stuff like that. What's that? What's that back there? What is that? What is that?
Single joint or double?
I don't know. It looks like a joint. Anyway. So yep. Nice little wet look. This eyeball, it moves.
What?
You can take a little finger, it moves around.
That's awesome.
You know how, like a little, like if you had a glass eye.
Yeah, like it's on a
right,
like in a socket, kind of. I guess like a ball and socket, kind of.
Yeah. So if you want him to look up, backwards, or anything like that, again, this is a prototype. This is not the final version. So anything that I'm talking about with any of these figures tonight, they are subject to change. I need to make sure I say that, right? But yeah, I thought this was really interesting. That was really interesting. That he had that joint back there. That's cool. Maybe because he can stand up.
Oh! I told you they're not ready for this. Click, 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 click.
At thetoypaige.com. Yeah. Remember all of these photos. Again, I don't have any information on if this is part of Doc Ock or anything like that. I was just messing around with him, and I saw that he has those joints, and I decided to play around with them. And yeah, you're looking good, buddy. You're a nightcap, sir. Anyway, enough of that. Can't show you guys that stuff anymore. I thought that was a very cool feature. And look. Remember, you're behind the booth doing this. I thought this was badass. What did you think about this?
My mind went poof when we saw this.
Yeah.
My wallet puckered up just a little bit, clenched onto my cheek just a little bit tighter,
Yeah. Is it why do you think it's because it's like it's just too much, or you don't like it, or it looks
No,
expensive? Or...
I'm all in. I mean, man, I'm stupid with my money when it comes to Mezco. Unfortunately, like I'm in a position where it's okay. I'd never buy anything I can't afford. Um,
Yeah.
but it's just like, wow, like thinking, like putting this together, like, okay, there's probably gonna be like Doc Nocturnal Deluxe. You get this, maybe Woodford, the Lab.
Hmm.
Here goes, here goes another 350 like it was for the mech suit, which I'm
Yeah.
all about that. That's fine. That's well worth it. Look at the sculpting. Look at the paintwork. Like that thing is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's very detailed. Um, again, the stuff. So again, this was like one of the questions that was asked was when is this coming out? And the official word is that you don't know because you don't know if it's going to go in production or if they're going to go through with it. Some of these things that they put out, they're doing it to gauge interest. So, you know, uh, we had a conversation uh, about pricing. I didn't know like if this came out, what would you even price this at? It looks cool, but like you said, when you start room, that's a big thing. We talked about the Rattler. This was actually a little small. So when I did this build, I was doing. It's funny. I'll show the picture tomorrow. Oh, I can show it now, right? So look at this. So when I'm doing the build for this, I knew that they were going to be doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this was my scale model. Look at this. I made this car so I could scale it to fit in the garage.
That's awesome.
I thought it was going to be bigger, but this is a little bit shorter and smaller, but it looks great, man. But so I think that scaled out to what maybe I can't remember. I have to redo it. It's been a while.
What is it,
But
about
this thing,
12,
yeah,
14 inches long?
yeah, I think maybe nine. I'm not too sure. But it's beefy. Got a lot of details and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was a shot that I took when we had it out, but
That
you
looks
can
like
kind of
bubble
see.
wrap. So who else would get that photo
Yeah, somebody will.
straight out of the package, the box?
Yeah.
Dude, does that open? That little skull thing on the side there? The spike
Mm,
web? It looks like it's on a
I
hinge. No
yeah,
comment.
I don't know. I was just showing some of the details of it. Remember, this is a concept. It's prototype. I just took two pictures because those are pictures that you were probably seeing while they were in the case. This was just a little bit better lighting, and there's nothing confirmed about this at all. This is just something that they had out. So this is not confirmed. So if somebody comes up and says, "When's this coming out?" You don't know. There's no information on it right now. Don't have any information. Same thing with this. See how I was telling you things changed? This originally was the top of that lab, and then we changed it to what you saw already, right?
Mm-hmm.
This open thing.
That's so badass.
Yeah. Again, this was something that they had for the display. Um, didn't say that they were confirming if they were going to do this or not. You know, so this was during the setup and everything like that. This was that case that he had the doors kind of swivel open and shut. But again, there's no guarantees that that chamber or the car are going to be made. It's concept.
Mm.
Probably saw this in the. I don't
These
see the comments anymore. Are they okay? They are. I'm sorry. You were going to say. I'm sorry.
these guys are. I mean, when they tease these with the 5-point figures, like I remember everybody. Oh man, we need these in 112. Of course, we need Doc Knock to battle somebody, and these decapods look great. I know we just got a little bit of a
Yeah.
teaser of them.
Yeah.
Pinstripes, is that what they have?
I think so. See, because they're. If you look at the photos, there's two different ones.
Okay.
There's one of each. I wish I would have taken the other one out, but you can see it maybe when we go through and see the booth photo, you'll be able to see, but there's a difference. But these decapods, they're really cool. Little sunglasses and stuff like that. These were prototypes; they weren't ready either. But you can see here. That was in the booth, but it had the accessory of the shells coming out,
That's awesome.
blast effects. You can't see here. That was a double drum. It's a double drum.
Deca means 10, right? So you're going to order 10 of these when they come out?
Pretty much, yeah. No, I think that I would probably, yeah, so as you said, like pinstripe.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I love that effect with those shell casings coming out.
Yeah, it's cool.
Who's that guy? What?
This is one of the accessories that was there too. Just needed some better light, but yeah.
Click, 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 click.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. The detail. Jesus.
Yeah, it looks really cool, man. And these have a lot to offer. That was just like one or two of the things that were on display, but this just didn't really have good pictures to be able to show it. And here is Minnie's money shot.
Beautiful.
What is it?
I love those sunglasses. I love the design that they went with her on her costume there with the little O's.
Yeah, I love her facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
These O's and everything like that.
Her hair.
So yes, as far as information, this is just a pending release. You know, they didn't really give out too much. Not sure. Anyone said, "Oh, you're welcome, Steve." Absolutely, man. It's my pleasure. I just want to put out, you know, quality information. It's not like speculation or anything like that. I like to do that kind of stuff so people kind of have, you know, a better idea. But I'm sorry, MC, your thoughts you were saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, she's perfect. The hair, the orange sword, the orange or gold gun. I don't know if I mean the lighting. Is it gold or is it orange?
For which one?
For her sword and the gun. It looks goldish orange. I mean, I don't know I don't know if they went with like orange because of tangerine or if it's gold.
Yeah, this one I took. It was in the case. I took her out.
Yeah, she's beautiful. They crushed it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that no information was released whether they were going to do it or whether they were not going to do it. It's just something that they had there to kind of show. So, like I said, I'm not saying yes or no. Let's not forget the other physical prototype that never came out. Yes, that is true. But the good thing about it is this is an IP. So you're not dealing with a license. There's good things that factor into that with this. So, what does it say? Yeah. I would love the lab set. I would too. The pricing is what would kind of get to me on it.
They could, we talked about it a little bit before with like accessory, like accessory packs or something like that. They could do a little dio packs or something like that and include the lab set or, like that's something. They haven't done anything like that in a while, like any of those.
Certified baddie. Double duty. Yeah, to me, this looked great. This looked great. So obviously she's still in the works, but she was on the new Human Body, as you can tell, because she's double jointed. I think people will be really happy with this. I think this thing was badass. So let's see here. The sculpt's fantastic. Yeah, that's another thing too. The sculpts were really good. At least what I was able to see, Let's see here. DC. Some of this stuff is kind of I had to take because I thought I took a picture of Robin. So Robin got a lot of comments about him. And this is a prototype. Again, everything that's being shown, if it's not out, it is a prototype. It's still in development, pending license and approval, or it is still in development. So Robin was cool. A lot of people that came up and talked about him. The only thing that I saw like that jumped out at me was the joints down here where the shorts are. That's one thing that just kind of jumped out to me. But I took it as a grain of salt because, like I said, it's a prototype, and I'm pretty sure they saw that as well. And that's something that can easily be modified in terms of, maybe pulling down the shorts and making the shorts longer. But most people that looked at this, they were like, okay, yeah, it's cool.
His fruit's coming out of the loom right now.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a lot of bulge comments at the show. Everybody's like, man, bulge this, bulge that. And I would say that every male is well endowed at Mezco, I guess, right? Um, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm all in on the Golden Age stuff, and I know our friend CC is definitely hyped for this one.
Yeah,
So
yeah. How does she move? She's on the again. That's a prototype. I wouldn't be final in saying it, but I thought she moved pretty well. I think everybody's going to be very happy with the new female body.
good.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I was impressed with it, but this is like the second year I've got a chance to mess with it. But I messed around with it a little bit more this year just to kind of get a better idea. So
Nice. Be nice when we get some other females, in the future, like a Batgirl or Poison
mm,
Ivy. Like, man, that'd be awesome.
mm, he blinked 4 times. God. Let me see here. So, next one that was kind of a new one was a Nightwing. One thing I saw and heard about this was, remember, this is definitely one of those prototype situations with this one. I think he looks good. He moved well. There, um, the belt, if you can kind of see it, it's sitting a little low.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why was because when I was putting the belt on, it was a little too tight around the waist, and I was trying to do something with them, and I didn't want to push it because you also have to remember too. Let's say you are I know everybody thinks that posing this stuff or setting this stuff is easy. You also have to take into consideration when you're messing with this stuff. There's a lot of pressure for you not to break it. Can you imagine breaking this? And that's the reveal for today, and you decided you wanted to push it and you broke it. A peg, an arm. So the best thing you can do is kind of like go, you know what, I'm not going to push this. I'll just go for this. And his belt, after this, I kind of messed around with it and fixed it, but I didn't want to put too much tension, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. And then his head sculpt, that's not a finished head sculpt. This is a prototype. I heard somebody talking about this, and uh, none of this stuff is final, especially on the newer stuff that you saw. These are prototypes, so you don't know where you're getting them in that process. Could be
Mm-hmm.
later, it could be earlier. So it's cool to see this stuff. And I know I always say, wait to see it in hand, but when you see some of the stuff at the convention, these are prototypes. I think the Silver Centurion last year that was glued together. So, and the one I messed with at the con, I was like, holy crap, this is badass. It just has some weight to it. It was really nice. But Mask, this got a lot of attention. Robin looks great. Just curious about the size comparison. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I did not size compare. I know he's smaller in terms of body, but as far as like height, I didn't do that. I wasn't trying to push it too much. But yeah, the Mask. Thoughts on this?
Um, we talked about it in our little chat thing. I like the pink skulls on his tie,
Yeah.
but I never read the comic, so I can't. I mean, he looks great. I like the tailoring of the suit. I can't contribute in a fair manner when I don't know the source material other than the Jim Carrey movie. So
Yeah.
he looks. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cartoony, like the face, the head sculpts look good, like from the advertisement. But man, I really like that suit with that belt and the belt loops, and that blue suit looks awesome. Too bad you
Yeah.
can't get a guy like with an orange suit like that, and you can do a Dumb and Dumber. Like,
What happened to the Rumble Society thing? Oh, the Rumbler? Yeah, I thought we were going to see that this year, and I thought maybe we would see the bike too, but that wasn't put out. So I love the design. Yeah, with this, I like this. He moved well. He's double jointed. I have a video. I'll post that up later. But he was double jointed. I don't think I put hands on any figure in that display that was single jointed.
Wow.
That was new. So that gives you an idea. But first thing I thought of when I saw this was like a Dick Tracy villain because everything is so colorful.
Mm-hmm.
So he was pretty cool. I pretty much enjoyed most everything that they showed. Ghostface.
Mm,
Yeah. Thoughts?
looks great. I like that. The cloak look, their robe, whatever, looks great. I mean, looks just like off the movie.
Yeah, I guess this goes to. I think with that depends on what they are, what they're going for, like license wise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's some kind of character that maybe needs to do that. I do remember him saying he was gonna try to get away from that stuff. This was really cool. Moved well. He had the wires and stuff like that. I messed with him a little bit, not too much, because it was hard to find time. This was really cool. I thought the arc.
Yeah.
We were joking around with that because I took it out. I was joking with somebody. I was like, "Should I open it?" And they're like, "No, no, no." And I was like, "Yeah." And I opened it up, and of course, inside, that's what it looks like inside. Now, full disclosure, that is what it looks like. It doesn't light up like that. It does light up, but the colors don't look like that. I just had it kind of angled towards the light, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't turn on the light, but it does have a light up function. So, Marvel. Let me turn this down. I figured pictures are cool, video is better. I'll be posting this stuff later too. But Captain America, I thought he looked great. He felt great. The shorts didn't impede any kind of articulation he had. You know how a lot of people were talking about the scales and everything with him?
Mm-hmm.
These are kind of like that Aquaman,
Okay.
those kinds of scales. So the old the old paste on ones from the
Uh-huh.
SDCC version, it's not like that. So I want to make sure I told people that. I asked a couple of people when they were walking by, and a couple of people even said to me, they were like, the shorts, they don't stick out or they're not as bad as I thought they were going to be, according to
Mm-hmm.
like the promo pics. Again, this is a prototype. Everything's subject to change, or some things may be subject to change, designs and stuff like that. So, but this, I only did like arm and leg checks on him. I didn't do like a whole bunch of crazy stuff with him,
Mm-hmm.
but he looked cool. I like the head sculpt. It looked really cool. You got thoughts on this one?
Looks great. Looks right out of the Golden Age comics.
Yeah. What was
So
next?
Yeah.
Turn out. So this is Silver Centurion. If you have the other Iron Man, I would say it's kind of comparable. He felt heavier and sturdier, in my opinion. The legs felt a little bit different. It felt like they gave him more space. One of the problems or one of the concerns that collectors had last year was once you put that leg up, there was paint chipping around the hip area here.
Mm.
But this was a functional one, and oh come on, Paige, you should have lined that ab crunch up a little bit better. But he felt like an improved Iron Man, in my opinion, from the version one. So there's that video. I actually ended up. Oh, cool! Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I make 0.00% commission or any kind of commission on that. That would be cool if it did. Let's see. Miles, this was a big one. I got kind of mixed feedback about this when people walked up, because when people came up to the booth, I would ask them, I'm like, hey, what's your favorite figure? Or if I knew there were people like from the group or something like that, it's like, okay, well, here's the figure in hand. What do you think? And a lot of people, I had the video for this. I don't know if I put it up right now, like in here, but a lot of people, he is double jointed. Obviously, you can see that, right? From the
Yep.
picture. Again, intentional by D, and I to make sure we kind of highlighted some of those things. What do you think about the head, honestly? You can be honest. We're all friends here.
Well, it looks like the cartoon, like the anime. You had a bigger head with bigger hair. I don't know. It looks like it's looks good to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I got a close-up picture of that. I mean, that's one that I had. Is this the video? No, this is Spider-Man.
Oh, I like this a lot.
Yeah. So this is on the female body. I I kind of tested out the abs, but again, it's still a prototype. You don't want to push it too much, but I wanted to make sure people know that they had double jointed elbows, because everybody said it was going to be single jointed and it was going to be on Sue Storm's body, and I told people no. So hopefully that clears up that. I don't want to sound annoyed when I say it. It's just, you tell people, it's like, yeah. Head and neck were really cool. I didn't test the range on that or anything like that, but she felt good. Like I said, she's on that new female body. Um, I don't know. Oh, somebody asked about like the shiny pleather thing. I personally haven't had a problem with that stuff lately. I don't know if you have, but
No.
yeah. What did it say? That's not for me, but it's a cool looking mouse. Yeah, I think it just depends on what you're looking for. When the final version comes out, I think people will be able to gauge it a little bit better. Is Ghost Spider body smaller than Tangerine? I did not test that theory. Ness specifically said in the interview, you'd be seeing a new body because she's supposed to be smaller in a teen. I did not test that out or look at that. So, yeah. Can't answer that one. Sorry. This is something else I saw in the community. I believe I saw a couple people say that these tentacles are too flimsy. They're not going to be able to hold the body weight of the figure. I did look today to see if, after like posted those pictures in the video, if any of those people would say, "Oh, I was wrong." Didn't happen.
Shocking.
Yeah. So yeah, no wires, and just to kind of like push it a little bit. He has 4 of them. So I think I did this in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. It took a little while, because I would say 2 minutes, because what happened was is I was putting it on the glass and he kept slipping, and I'm like, damn, this is bullshit. So, but this was just to show that obviously if he can do it on 2, he can do it on 4. These are pretty sturdy. I didn't feel like they were ever gonna pop out of the, you know,
There's sockets in the back over there.
no, not that. The material that these tentacles are made of. It's
Oh.
bendy wire.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and no, I didn't have any other hands to put on him. That's why he looks like that. Somebody was like, "Oh, so you put hands." but I put this little board underneath him, and then he was able to hold. But if he can do it on 2, he obviously can do it on 4. That's to show you that there's nobody holding by his head or anything like that. I like these. These are a lot. One rumor that I saw, somebody asked me actually directly, and they said they saw somebody repairing these tentacles the 2 days that they went. There were only 2 people that handled this figure. It was myself and it was Darius. And we did not do any repairs to the tentacles on this. And somebody said, "Oh, well, I saw him working at the table." this is the table I was at, working on the figure. Again, perception, you know. Probably should have done it in the back, but I thought it was cool because if you were by the booth and you saw this, you might come over and you might look and see what we're doing. You might get a better look at the figure, you know, trying to get people to come to the booth and have, you know, create a better booth experience. But again, things are perception. So it wasn't being worked on. It was being posed to be able to showcase what it can do. Did no repairs to this thing at all. This thing is holds pretty steady, as you can see. You can always wait for the final version to see if it fits with you and if you think it's sturdy enough. But for me, yeah, I'm getting this. I already was getting it, but I was much more confident about it afterwards. No thoughts? You got thoughts?
I think he's awesome. I can't wait. Another one.
Yeah.
So how the arm sections, and I know it's a prototype stage. Do I need to order two?
I'm sorry?
If I want to put them up on 4 tentacles that high, do I need to order 2 sets? Like 2 Doc Knocks? That's my question. Like, is that using the extenders from all 4 tentacles, I guess, so to speak? You put them into 2? And if you can't answer, it's okay. You can just say shut up.
Oh, no. He comes with 4 and they're on his back.
That long though? Like
yes,
there's 4 of them.
Yes, but you're gonna lose some distance because there's 4 holes in the back, like you've seen in the cartoon. So the 2 on top, you're gonna lose some because they're gonna be up higher. But I wish I would have had the photos from the other one where he was like there. Do you see how it is?
Yeah.
And I did this too to kind of show you, you see they can go different directions and you can have them go forward. But no, I think if you bought one and you had the set, it would be cool. If you wanted to do something like you're doing like with Tall Man, you know how guys were buying extenders and stuff like that. If you wanted these to be super long and you maybe have one go off camera and then come back the other way and do something circle. I mean, if you had 2 Doc Ocks, I guess that would work, but that's pretty tall in my opinion. I guess it depends on the preference of whoever's using it. Is that what you mean, or is it something else?
Yeah, I was just wondering if this was like the extenders for all 4 of them, I get, you know what I mean? Like, or is that just like if I were to put 2 more tentacles on, it'd be essentially the same length.
Yeah.
The other 2 without having to add more extensions.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe English is difficult for some people trying to write information. It comes out like poor. Maybe, but the comments that I read was, it didn't seem that way. It seemed like more of like, it was more of an accusatory thing. It wasn't, the comment wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't, and I've seen, it wasn't just one particular comment, it was a couple comments. It was more like, and in video, I've seen that too. So many things, never going to happen, not going to happen, won't be able to do it. It's a fail because of this, and it goes on and on. And it's like, no, but that's the point of this, just to show that it can do it. Because I don't think a lot of people understand, like, maybe I take it a little bit, but when you type something, no matter where it is, no matter what your, I guess you want to call status is in the community, people read that. And some people take it into consideration. Some people take it as gospel. And so I think a lot of people do damage in the community, whether they know it or not, with some of the stuff that they say, So that's the purpose of this. You know how we talked about before, like somebody might not pre-order something because they read somebody else's comment or they listened to some other content creator, and now they missed out on the pre-order because they said, oh, that guy said it wasn't going to do it. Did that guy hold the figure? They don't know.
Right.
So that's why I was saying, like, I think people should be careful how they say or what they say about stuff, because it's easy just to get on the internet, type what you want, and then 5 months later, oh yeah, I never said that, or this is good. It's like, no, you did. You said it. Anyway, was it? I like Master versus Nick P16. Paige. Now, see, I might make commission if, if he does buy it. Just kidding.
If there's doubles.
Yeah. Yeah, it means it. Yeah, I think I get what he means now, like when he explained it. They were like when you put them all together, they were all the same length, if that answers your question.
Mm-hmm.
Again, prototype, subject to change, you never know, but that's what I meant. I'm still trying to paint Angel's Advocate. Yeah, I did too. I read things 3 times in my head and then I say it out loud. But when I read something like that figure's trash, it'll never do it, I don't think it comes out positive either way, whether in your head or whether you say it. Miscellaneous. This is really cool.
Ooh.
Junkyard Joe.
Where did this come
from? It came from the mind of Jeff Johns.
Yeah, just like this was a shock to a lot of people. I feel that, you know, like, wow, thank you for giving us a new IP that never would have thought. And so much, you can do so much with this guy. Like, goes with Joe's, goes with anything really. I mean, you could throw him with a lot of stuff that he could fit into.
That. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome right there.
Oh, with that the web belts and stuff.
Yep, with the web belt. Yes.
I figured you'd appreciate that. We know this stuff.
Yeah.
God, so yes, Junkyard Joe. You remember I was telling you like getting in stuff and everything. He came in. So he was on display at the Mezco booth. He was also on display at the at Jeff John's booth that he had, the signing stuff. It was really cool. Got to go over there, meet with him, and then get to see their display. They're the one that had that rotating display.
Okay.
You know, so I think I did like a 360 or something, and Mezco posted it. But it was really cool because if you don't know about this character, it's a very interesting storyline. I think they're probably Adam can probably help me with this. They're probably about 3 or 4 issues in, maybe 5. But this is a character that made its first appearance in Geiger. And I'm mentioning that because if they took a swing at this, you know, this is more of like it was more of like a cameo character in Geiger, and then it had its own series. He had his own series. You know, maybe if this does well, maybe they can do Geiger, maybe they can do other characters within that sphere. So I was amazed by this figure, to be honest with you. He's a little bit of a thinner body. I thought the first time I saw him, I was like, man, you know what I'm going to do is you could probably, customers are going to have a field day with this, but I was thinking, man, if you strip off the suit, I wonder if it would fit on a Punisher, but it's a thinner body. I don't know if it would work. But it's kind of like an android body, very detailed. You know,
it looks good. Those dog tags. I mean, it, you know, like just like a Hawk. You know, I like those dog tags from Hawk P40.
I hate to feel robot, you know. Yeah. If you have a chance to read up on it, it's an interesting story. I've been trying to like get in there and like really get into it. I just with everything that's going on, I haven't had time to focus, but it's been good. Oh, there we go. Adam, see, yeah, Adam knows. So 6-part series, me and 78. Yeah, I figured you guys. I knew you would be Adam. I didn't know 78 points would make that. And good to see you, man. Good to see you, bro. Let's see here, Junkyard Joe. That's cool. Yes. Oh, thank you for that, Mick. So, people were wondering, like, when they saw this, they thought this was another one of the exclusives for the convention, and this wasn't. It was kind of like a joint release between the 2 booths, and then they advertised before, before Mezco did that this would be up August 28th. So. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. What is it? Geiger. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. There's no information about that release at this time. Being serious, I didn't hear anything about that. But you know what? This is a theory. They 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 have these female bodies, and in my opinion, it's definitely a step up. I think it would be cool if they started putting up some female characters. Like what did you say, MC? Like you would like to who'd you like to see first? You said
Fairness.
Baroness? Yeah. That would go great with Destro.
Did I say that too fast?
No.
You know, Baroness would be great. Scarlet, of course. Lady J, Girl. I mean, they could really give us, you know, some female Vipers.
Yeah.
For the Joes. And there's so much we need.
Yeah. Did they say I did not see anything about that. I did not. Was a joint venture like Humphrey for Blue Side period. I think that was PX exclusive. I was surprised they didn't have anything. But yeah, this is a joint collaboration with Jeff Johns and Mezco. Mezco said in his interview that they'd like to do one Joker card. Yes, that's correct. But if you also look at that, they put more. I think they've put more Joes out. You know what I mean in terms of releases. So I think that's what they want to do, but they seem like they've been exceeding that. A female Vaporoni. I'd like to have a female Hoods member. I didn't see anything about that either. This is a very good idea. April. Junkyard Joe. But yeah, details. This kind of stuff.
Comic accurate. Building on storylines comment there.
Yeah. And there is Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times. Again, wow. This was a reveal for the convention. This was huge. I think a lot of people saw this and went, holy crap. You know, because we've been talking about this for so long, even on the show. I think a couple of people made predictions about this. And again, this to me was cool because he was working on it. And I thought it was just, you know what I mean? It would be like if you went to the gym and you saw Steph Curry shooting, you know? It was cool to see him. I'm not saying I ever thought that he was just, you know, somebody in an office making decisions. I knew what he did, you know, from talking to him, but to actually see him doing it, it impressed me, the fact that I was like, wow, this guy really does care about what he does. Not that I didn't think he did, but he really cares about what he does, the quality work that he's putting out, and what he's trying to give. And this, I think this was a highlight. The sculpt looked pretty good. I know that they're still working on it, but there was things like his nails and everything else like that. There was grit and grime on there. The tie.
I'd like to see when they do the head with his teeth. You know how his teeth are all jacked up with the green stuff in them, and you know they're going to nail it.
Yeah.
Especially their improvement with the mouths and the teeth and everything. How they've been really fixing that.
Yeah, you remember everybody was like dogging on that, and then the teeth that they have now, like, I mean, look at all the gritting ones that we have so far.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nobody really gives credit for that. You know, try to highlight some of that stuff a little bit more. Addams Family. Yeah, Nina. Am I late with some of these? If it's the Popeye and Tracy, etc. There we go. Let's see here. We're just going through some of these. Sorry. I do not know. Again, this is a very early prototype. I would take this with a grain of salt until we kind of see, you know, where. I wouldn't even say that this has double joints or anything like that. This was a prototype. This was just for show. I would say, I hate to use that proof of concept kind of thing. That's what I would say with this. I would say that this is like Duke last year. This is just something to show people, and then maybe at a later convention we'll be able to kind of see more. I think it would be cool if he had, I don't, maybe I guess if you took the jacket off, I think it would be cool if he had those maybe fantastic forearms and you plugged him in and he had the dumbbells on it when you crush,
Oh
you know?
yeah. Does
Yeah.
does he have a Leatherface's belly, like a little beer gut that he should have? Did you notice by chance?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I thought that'd be cool too. I would tell people take this with a grain of salt. This is just that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
I would not put a lot of stock. I wouldn't put a lot of stock and say, oh, he's gonna have double joint elbows. He's gonna do this. I would say just take this for what it is and wait till later on when you see him posed, doing something. I think we already talked about that. I was hoping Cece would be here for this, but I guess not.
He he messaged us. He busy.
Oh yeah. No, I mean just because of the clown thing.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been funny.
I know this would be a great way for him to jump in right here. Did that go up for pre-order yet? Or the Terrifier?
Terrifying?
Yeah. Was
No,
here
I
pre-order?
don't think it has.
Okay.
Has I don't
I
remember
don't.
anything.
That's not. I'm like CC with this stuff. I'm not a big horror genre guy. I mean, like Sawyer, he wanted Michael Myers and Jason. I got those for him, but
Yeah, I like with him. I don't think because the one that I saw was it didn't have all this blood, and that's the thing about this. I was like, wow. I talked about it in the walkthrough video. You know how Leatherface kind of has just kind of like a splatter of blood.
mm-hmm.
I think this is the first figure I've seen they really go like full Monty with this stuff, and it was drenched. But to me, I thought it looked good. If you've seen the movie, you can understand. But I don't think that this was overdone. I think there's just enough to kind of show what he does and for what he did, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I thought there was a clean version, and I was joking about this. Like look, he's got like Ronald McDonald shoes. I wondered if they were Popeye, but I couldn't. I didn't think that they were because they're shaped differently. But yikes! Look at that head sculpt. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
They crushed
They
it.
need to work on the teeth though.
I don't think a dentist could work on those teeth.
Yeah,
They look good.
yeah. Was it Neca? Dante in front of yeah. So I was trying to go through. Oh, here's one. On the prototypes, do prototypes of the center prototype audio. That I wouldn't be able to say. I just when they're up there and you're posing them, you can just kind of tell. You touch them and you go, yep, this is not going to move, and you just put them in there and that's it. You don't. There's some of them that have parts of it, and you're just like, no, don't feel like messing with this and having it. The last thing you want is something to break there, man. I'm telling you. I don't want to say it's pressure, but you don't want to like mess that up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here what else. So yeah, he looked cool. Oh, here you go. I had some good stuff about this one. So this is the blank new Dick Tracy entry.
So it's not Madonna?
No. Mez told me that too. He goes, I got the blank. It's not Madonna Page. I go, oh, yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny, yeah. It's very good sense of humor. This was cool. I want to pause it at the end because I want to talk to you about something. But yep, suited body. He had a suited body. I wanted to show one of the accessories because I didn't want. Here we go. We'll pause right there. I didn't want people to think that. I thought somebody was going to say something like, "Oh, it's just a suited body, and that's all he comes with." And if you're not a Dick Tracy fan, he is double jointed. The hat came off. I don't know. Can I enlarge this? I don't think I can. Anyway.
Enhance.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. You see how I put that on there? I put pending license or approval.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I put them on all of them. But so this body is double jointed, double knees, and everything else like that. He's shorter too, which I thought was really cool because now you have height difference within the line. I thought it was really cool, and I didn't get a chance to show it. But I knew people were going to say, oh, this is just a blank body in a suit or whatever, which is cool, even with the height thing. But he also comes with an alternate head. And the head has a face. So you'll see it when they throw the maybe because it's a prototype. They may change things, but he's supposed to have an alternate head, and that'll give you a different look too. So don't think it's just a no-faced body with a suit.
Was I'm sure you're probably really surprised. I know everybody knows that you're a huge Dick Tracy fan, so I'm sure you're just giddy as hell to see that they're expanding on the line more and more.
Yeah, I am. I thought that he was gonna go with another character like Big Boy or Influence, but
Mumbles.
yeah, I didn't know about that one. I thought that maybe they would. I'm not saying that this one isn't, but that they would try to choose the visually interesting ones first. Like Prune Face, Flat Top. Blank is different because no face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Influence had these big bug eyes, or you know, I don't know. There's a couple other ones I thought they could probably do. I thought that they would do Big Boy just because he was a boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the question, that's a very good one. Yeah, you could do something like that.
Get some cops. That would be God. They could do so. Cops would be perfect. Some Keystone
Hmm.
cops go over
Yeah,
so
Keystone
much.
Cops. Because you could also use that um, with Batman the Animated Series.
And Golden
I
Age
think
Batman.
that, yeah, I think that would go, I think that would go great, man. It was like, yeah, I love it. Mezco's been killing it with the suits. Yeah, the tailoring on these suits, they were tight. I like they're kind of form fitting, but I didn't have any trouble moving him. The thing with the Dick Tracy, at least I haven't opened mine yet. Like you said, you just opened yours, right?
Correct. I have it right in front
Yeah,
of
yeah. Show that. You want a spotlight, sir?
me. Oh, it's oops. I'm gonna drop stuff, but these guys they're beautiful. I mean, anybody
Yeah.
that has prune face, I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. And prune face, like really, that character stunned me with the tailoring on his suit. I actually just only took Dick Tracy out at the beginning of the show,
Mm-hmm.
so here's flat top. The suit just feels so good, and it's oh man, he's even got Argyle socks on.
Nice, nice little detail.
Yeah, they're sculpted or painted, but still, I mean, that's a great suit open. Wow, suit feels great.
Mm.
Great material. Snap.
Yeah, look at you did. Did you see what I mean? You haven't taken out the yellow trench coat yet, but
No, let's
do
do
you
it
see
right
what
now.
I mean? Yeah, when you put it on, you'll probably have to take that jacket off. That's what I've been trying to tell people because I don't have the final. I have the final version now, but I didn't when I set it up, and I just found that it was a lot easier to get him to have his arms raised when I took that jacket off,
Okay.
which was cool because it also shows you
Oh
he
wow.
has multiple looks.
I got to be honest with you. I thought this jacket would be more of a leather material, and I'm glad it's not. Just
Yeah, no,
like
no.
looking
Hmm.
like the wow. This is amazing.
Like he
Jesus.
had like a yellow raincoat kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like just pleathery. This tailoring is insane. Like the wow. I love the gold buttons
Um,
on it as well. Jesus. Sorry, I'm
Boy,
literally looking at this for the first time. Um,
Face looks more realistic, whereas everyone
and
else is kind of animated. Yeah, I could kind of see that.
I'm not like obviously you sold me on Dick Tracy. I mean, I remember this show when I was a kid. I actually just watched it the other day with Sawyer again because I knew this was coming, and and some comic stuff that you shared with me. I'm all in on this line, this license.
Christian had some great like character follow-ups, like the mole. I think he said the mole, brow, beady eyes. Um,
So you want me to take the jacket, the suit coat off? to get the.
You can try both. I just found that when I took the blue jacket off, putting the yellow trench coat on, he was able to raise his arm more. Again, I was messing with
The prototype.
production sample. Yeah. So
I'll do it with it on instead of wasting everybody's time staring at me.
no, I was going through comments too. I'm selling my Dick Tracy because Sly George doesn't use it. The blank is disfigured under the mask. I need to see that head. Yeah, I would say the head is pretty unique. It looks cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. So while you're doing that, so this is G.I. Joe. This is Duke. If you see some of the
You're still on me, Paige.
oh, no, let's rewind then. Hopefully, thank you for telling me that. One day I'll be able to afford dual screens.
We just need to hire that tech guy back.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Our man.
Oh no! Don't tell him I did that. Okay, there we go. Can you say something? Oh, there you go. Is that with the jacket on or off?
It's with the jacket on.
Oh, see?
I learned that from that
Wait.
guy that D
Wait a minute.
spectacular, D wonderful.
Wait, so he has the jacket on.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So see, they changed it. Because
So
man, I could
just
not
did
raise.
post,
No, what about going forward though?
like,
Oh wow. Wow.
I mean, I'm not adjusting anything. Like, I think I could get more if I were to mess with the roll around the jacket a little bit and stuff like that. So
Yeah, they so see what I mean? Like last year when
there's a little bit of a, like, I'm not forcing it, but
yeah, that's different than the one I messed with. He could only go to about right here. And I kept thinking, I go, somebody's gonna say something when they see this on display. I was like, I'll just take the jacket off. That is really cool, man. Shows you how much changes.
holy shit, he's wonderful. Thank you, Paige, for hyping up Dick Tracy.
Why isn't this working?
Got my own Warren Beatty figure now. It's time to do some crazy stuff.
I think they based that one off the comic. Well, I don't think Warren
definitely.
Beatty has the. So this was Duke. If you see the skin tone, I think that was more of like the lighting, so it's not as orangey. You kind of see how it gets orangey. I was next to the booth. This the previous year he was a prototype, kind of like
a surprise, wasn't he? A surprise reveal last year?
I think so. But he was kind of like Beetlejuice. Did not move at all. He was glued up, and so this one actually moved around. But you could kind of see all the details. The things that I really liked about this was the belt. I am wondering, it's going to be a learning curve for people when they get it, because this is a little bit more of an intricate system. It doesn't mean that it's not, you can't do it, because D applied all this stuff, but like messing around with it and everything, it's not something. It's just going to take you a little time to get adjusted to it. But I think it works as far as aesthetically and how it functions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How people are always, people don't like the ones that you kind of like tab onto the belt, or people don't like the ones where you have clips and you're trying to clip it to a web belt. I
Like
think it's Adder.
Death Adder. Everybody was complaining that it'd pop off the little clip that's in the, like, on the shoulders or the arm ones.
Yes, I did. So I think there was a video I watched on that, but I didn't have enough time to do it the way I wanted to. But yeah, it was just like a simple knot. Not simple knot. It was like you tied it, twisted it, and when I used to tie my ties, there used to be double Windsors. And so I just did that. I kind of like you tie it, you put it over and kind of loop down, and then I pushed it to the side. I never like I get it. Some people don't know how to tie, but you know how somebody will take it in the front and they'll just do that and tie it like that. It's cool, but I wanted it to try to look at least a little bit, you know. So thank you, I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, but this I felt like there was just a lot of stuff on it. These videos that are on Facebook, they compress them, but I'll put the 4K ones up. But you'll be able to see like the detailing in the boots, the stitch work that they have on this. This kind of stuff is just, let me try to get it where it's that.
Yeah.
Like this kind of stuff is amazing, man.
I like how the blanket.
Yeah, you remember that?
That's yeah.
This stitch work is
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's like in the boots, like I said, there's just, maybe I can go backwards and show the, I didn't know I could zoom in on the videos. Those teeth look horrible. Anyway, just kidding. Dude, that guy needs to trim his nails too.
Wow.
But yeah, stitching, leathering. You see how I was talking about the system, the belt buckle system?
Yeah.
We're familiar with this, but
Right.
you're going to have stuff like that. It's a learning curve. Just be ready. It's nothing bad. Just, you know,
Take your time.
prediction right now. Yeah.
Take your time. Mezco didn't break it. You did.
No, some things happen. This too. This is another thing. D put this part together. I didn't want to mess with it, but I'm very interested in this part right here too.
Who's gonna unroll theirs first?
I'll do it. I used to be kind of worried about that kind of stuff. I don't ever worry about it now. I'm just like, yeah, you know, just do it. But this I thought was really cool. Let's start, but late start. No, it's good that you're here, man. Tweezers, yep. Tweezers are definitely save your fingers, but also what else do we have? And then we had the online reveals. We'll try to go through this really quick. Oh, because I was supposed to do that unboxing. We're probably really late, aren't we? Yikes, we're at 2 hours already. Sorry. 89 5 points, Beetlejuice. Sin City, I'm very interested in this. When you saw this, what did you think?
Straight a movie still at first. I was like,
Yeah.
damn. Man. I mean it Marv looks beat to piss just like he should. Grizzled. Man. The sculpting. Like so it's art. It really is art. Just the sculptors.
Yeah, this is cool. I had a when I first saw this, I was thinking about the old line that they did with it,
Uh-huh.
the cinema line they had, and then they did the 5 point stuff that they had a couple of years prior with Sin City, and I like that stuff. And of course, you know I love black and white figures.
Mm-hmm.
I I I just wonder how far they'll go with this. I guess it'll depend on sales,
Right.
and that is something I need to like mention about. I know a lot of people they ask about characters or if they're gonna do more, and that is something that I heard and we've talked about it before. A lot of these lines they only go so far as you know many. It only goes so far as if how far the collectors want it to go. So if there's lines that you want to keep seeing, like the GI Joe line or any of these other ones, or you want to see more characters, it helps to kind of like support the line. Otherwise, they look at it and they go, you know what? There's not an interest in it. We're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
So if I'm not telling people to pre-order stuff, I'm just saying if you want to see a line, keep going. It's best to try to support it as much as you can. With this line, I'll support it. I just kind of wondered where they would go with
How
it.
far?
You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So I think it's going to be great. But I think that first figure that they put out is going to be huge. Oh, this was interesting. What do you think about this? Is this too late, or is this something that?
You know, I've said it before. I'm not a movie licensed figure, but there were 2 licensed figures I saw from movies that I'm definitely going to get, and obviously this guy's one of them. I like Christian Bale's Batman. I mean, I like the Dark Knight trilogy from Nolan, so this Batman is great.
Sorry, I was reading the comment. What he said.
That's funny. I also wonder, are they going to be able to get Ledger's likeness rights?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how protected that is. I know Hot Toys just did something with it, so I mean, it is obtainable. Are we going to get Bane? Are we going to get Scarecrow? I mean, there's going to get
Alfred, maybe, or Lucius too.
Lucius would be amazing. We need a proper Lucius. I would love to get a Bruce Wayne version of Bale. Like,
yeah, that would be cool. I saw this and it hit me with the wow factor. I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then I just start thinking about it. I go, I'm obviously I'm a slave to completion, so I'll get it. But when I was looking at it, I was like, that I had more questions in my head about it. Like how far, same thing with Marvel, like how far are they gonna go? Is this one of the things was one of the comments, is this gonna be another attempt at the seamless body? Because when you look at it, so I thought about that. I did as far as like a promotional image, this looks cool just because the skin tones, the faces and stuff like that, the facial features and everything.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bale's jawline. It looks amazing.
Yeah. I think my question is just where are they going to go with it? No seamless body. Telling you right now, you better get used to it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a 2 and done. Well, 3 if you count Godzilla, but I think we're going to see some more seamless bodies. Man, seamless body Venom would be amazing.
It would, but telling you guys better start adopting it a little bit. You're going to see it. So what is this? Planet of the Apes. Abs. Sorry. Yeah, that would be really cool too. And I think this one obviously took by storm. Just to tease something, but not spoil anything. You saw the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Oh, you did?
It made it special because they showed this, and then a bunch of us, from the company went and saw it together.
Nice.
And so that kind of added to it. But that movie is fantastic. I love it, man. I had so much fun.
To the fullest.
Yeah, I don't think I've had that much fun in watching a Marvel movie in a long time. I was trying to think. Maybe it was Endgame.
Yeah.
Is it? What's
Homecoming?
No, Infinity War. Infinity War. Yeah, because Endgame was the second one. The first, the Thanos one, the Infinity War. That's the one where I was like, all the way through it. I was like, man, I love this movie. And that's what I felt when I saw this new Deadpool movie. I was like, crap, this is so good. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah. From beginning to end, it was so good. I don't know. There was no down points for me, I think.
Yeah. So when they showed this, I kept thinking, wow, this is cool. I know a lot of people were, wondering, oh, well, they showed Deadpool. Why didn't they reveal Wolverine? I mean, I don't know. Unless this is Freddy Krueger.
It's Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's it. They're doing Street Fighter. Confirmed, they're doing Street Fighter. But I mean, this is a big deal. Yeah. Well, man, that Jada booth was badass, bro. Holy crap! I had pictures in my thing. I should probably go through that, but that was cool, man. Seeing that shit, they did their shit right. Dials were on point. I think Mario did those. It was really cool, man.
So, you know, obviously you have the Deadpool. I actually have him sitting next to me. The last Deadpool, the original Deadpool that came out. I'm excited because, you know, those that don't have the Deadpool, I'll bust them out real quick. So I literally have them next to me. Sawyer was playing.
Aaron did the dials. Oh, I apologize. I thought it was. What's his name? 769 Studios. Isn't that who did it? Or no? Am I wrong? I thought Mario did.
I don't. I mean, I love this Deadpool, of course, but I
My
hate
bad.
how it's all connected, like his guns to the belt to the.
Mario and Aaron. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mario was over there setting it up. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Mario was over there setting it up. That's what I thought. Mario did Cyberpunk. Okay. Yeah. And then Aaron did he did the Street Fighter stuff and the Scooby Doo stuff. Yeah. All right. So Mario and Aaron. Aaron did the rest. Okay. Thank you, Henrock. Appreciate it. It was good seeing you there too. I'm sorry to interrupt. So Deadpool, you didn't like.
I don't like the original version. You know, the one that we have, the first. How this whole harness is all one piece. You know, down to the belt, down to the holsters for the gun. You know, it's
Right.
just it limits a lot. So I'm excited to get movie. You know, like again, I don't like movie license figures, but I do like Deadpool, the his suit in the movies. So I'm excited for that. You know, it's just a lot going on with this with the bullets up here, the grenades up here for the grenade launcher, and so hopefully we get the golden guns too.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think that they could add some stuff to the movie that would make it really cool.
Yeah. Did you see the Hot Toys version? And I know not most don't collect Hot Toys, but they did a really good job with the Hot Toys accessories for the movie Deadpool that they showed with the deluxe version. So, but I don't want to go into spoilers for those that haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, this looks good, man. Like they even looks like you're gonna be able to get articulation. Again, just basing this off of that, I'm not like predicting anything or saying anything. I'll be waiting until the final version, but I saw this and I thought that was cool. You know, it's more of a deeper cut. And I like that this design if they go through with this. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you can get that farther articulation either left or right. Hopefully they do that. This suit gonna look cool. If somebody's messaging me, I can't see it.
I like the
exhausting.
yeah, they did.
Henry had a killer shot recently. Henry always has killer shots. He's a good guy. When I met him at he stopped by the booth and chatted with him. Henrock, was it weird? I'm not trying to shoot anybody. That's just kind of disappointing. Let's see here. What else? Kind of Q&A. All right. I'm trying not to make this too long. I don't know. We went over a lot of stuff. And if you have like, while I'm setting this up really quick, if you have any like, or even if you do, MC, have like con questions, you know, like I said, obviously there's going to be certain things I can talk about and certain things I can't. But if you have like a general question or something you saw, I'll try to answer it. But if you get the no comment question, is the wheel tonight? Yeah. Again, I apologize again. I just got back from all of this stuff and I was trying to set all of this stuff up. But I promise it will be. I do have it. The one I'm opening is not the one that you'll be getting, but yes, I have it here. I was going to unbox this one. The prize, the wheel, the roll call prize, that's right here. Somebody's like, Paige, you just reached over and you just grabbed the note. No, mine, yours. Wait a minute, which one do I open? Just kidding. But yeah, if you guys want to see Casey, just let me know. I'll open that up.
Open that shit.
I was going to. All right, here we go. Let's see. There's some questions. Let's see here. I tried to tell people, but it doesn't work, you know, and then you come off as a dick and you don't want to do that. So I would just take glass cleaner because I know people are trying to take pictures and you want to make sure the glass is clean for people to be able to get clear shots. So I would just wait for the little kids that got done with their Doritos and try to clean the glass as best as I could. But you'd be cleaning glass all day. I did tell people that would lean up against the cabinets, hey, would you mind just stepping away from the cabinets? Because sometimes they would knock them down. Does Tangerine have an Afro head sculpt? I cannot comment on that. Junkyard Joe be available soon. The pre-order is going to go up August 28th. Do you pose them differently each day at the con? Some, yes. There were some of them that, D and I would take out of the cabinets just to kind of play around with or to provide some of these videos. And that was something new this year because like I was saying in the post, it's cool to see videos, from different content creators. And they can only get so much because of the lighting and then also because you're restricted by the glass. And so I said, there's so many questions. Why not just take a few of the new ones out and do a quick turn, not trying to reveal too much, but trying to give people a little bit of a better idea of figures and just do a 360 turn. If there was a figure somebody said, oh, that's a single jointed figure, you'd show that. But that's something kind of new. But when we put the figures back in there, we tried to kind of alter some of the poses so you had a better idea what the figures can do. Long answer. Yeah, sorry, man, about that. Some things you gotta kind of. Let's see here. Is this drawing for the Mezco Odious? Odious is for Wade stuff. The prize for it is the Casey Jones. That will be the roll call one. I was gonna do Spider-Man, but it seemed like everybody wanted. I mean, not Spider-Man. I was gonna do Snake Eyes or thing, but everybody wanted that. But Odious is Wade stuff. Oh, and not to go too long-winded, shout out to Wade. He was one of the highlights of the show for me, man. I know him not personally, but he was at the booth and we started chatting, and we were just talking about just some regular stuff. And I told him congratulations on the project that he got back, and we started discussing that. And then there was something I started talking about, and he just started giving me advice, just mentoring me about certain things. And I thought, wow, this is really cool because full disclosure, most of the conversations or interactions I have with other content creators has not been good. So I'm like, that's kind of a click thing. They just kind of do their thing. But Wade was very kind enough to be able to just kind of like take some time from running his booth and trying to sell his stuff, and just kind of gave me some collector advice. Him, Yimbo Reviews, that guy's full of energy, really good guy, positive guy, and Cheney of the Toy Migos, and the mayor. I'll say the mayor too. All those guys, they just kind of like took me to the side, had a little private conversation with me, gave me very helpful advice. So I wanted to say thank you to those guys because great mentors, good people. I did already promise, and I have failed you. I'll just fold up and not do it. Just kidding. You gotta give me some slack, man. You know how hard it is to do the group, do the con, set up for the con, take pictures. It's a lot of shit, man. MC, anything? I'm sorry, I keep talking.
No, I mean, we talked a lot already, and I don't want, this is their opportunity to ask questions. What they, we talked quite a bit. CC and I bugged you and bounced questions off you that we could. And all right. Let me see. So you don't get much, building on the 5 points with the reveal of the new Batman the Animated Series reveal that we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you surprised to see them expand on that line? Because it's, I mean, this is the first time we've seen that with 5 points, them like growing further by like revisiting another franchise and then, giving us another look at Batman. We got was it Two-Face that was revealed, and the Bat Cycle. What was your thoughts on that reveal?
I thought it was cool. It was different. I like that that dive suit Batman, the flight one. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was really cool. Um, I like 5 points. I'm starting to get where the sets are. They're very cool, but I would like for them to kind of. That's just a personal thing. Maybe cut back on it because of space.
Mm-hmm.
But these smaller ones, these smaller sets, I think that they work pretty well. But I was surprised to see some of it because they there seems to be more of that and less of the other stuff like the MDS, those 6-inch ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very surprised. I didn't highlight this either. That Conan statue is amazing.
The Static 6.
Oh
Conan.
my gosh, there's so much detail to that. But taking money and putting it into that kind of stuff, and that's why I was surprised to see the 5-point stuff. You know, is that answer or no? Or,
Oh yeah, of course. Like
oh,
I just
and
I'm trying not to throw, like watch the questions so I don't ask you stuff that you can't talk about or anything. I don't want to put you in an awkward situation, and I really do. We didn't talk a ton about the reveals either. When it was just kind of like our little group. We talked about it a little bit. And we're like, oh shit, and then boom, you were gone back to the con. So
yeah.
or managing stuff, and I know that you're, the 5 points is another thing that you really have a big love for. So seeing them expand on the Batman the Anime Series line, I thought was really cool. So
Yeah, it was, man. It was, I I like them. I think it's definitely for a niche group, but I think that they're doing very good with it. They put a lot of value into the stuff that they put. Like we haven't gotten the Doc Knot set yet, and I like that cycle
mm-hmm.
that they had out there. All that stuff was prototype. It was, it wasn't done yet. So, and it looked good. What I really liked about that was they announced it, and then we had it set up, and we just took it out. I think that's cool. I don't. It's hard to kind of coordinate because you got to make sure you have the samples, but I think that would be really cool. Can you imagine Bale Batman being announced, and then you take it and you put it out in the cabinet? I think that would be cool. They've done it a couple of times, but not as consistent. But there's so many other factors you'd have to take into consideration. But I think that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just run through this really quick. These will be like quick answers. The answer for this, no, I did not ask that. I didn't ask that part of the process. Sorry, Craig. New Doc Knock look cool. No, there was no information that was given on that when it was going to be releasing, what it would come with or anything else like that. You are in luck because I have this. I was going to unbox it after the questions. Oh man, I forgot about roll call. Yep, that drawing because of everything. Dude, I've been so slammed with a lot of stuff, man. Like I said, and it was nice to just kind of take a break. Let's see. If you broke a figure, would you just blame the amazing? I probably would. He's such a good guy. He would probably take the bullet for me, man. That's another guy, and I don't want to make it feel like I'm overlooking. That dude is cool as shit, bro. Obviously we've been friends for years. We talk a lot, but he's a veteran, and when we were there, he's kind. I don't know how to describe it. He's kind of like the Mezco coordinator kind of thing. He does all the setups and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came on, I was able to do some of it too. And so I'm still fresh to all of this. It's all of a new experience. And you have to be able to put this stuff up quickly and be able to do it right in order to make everything seamless. And he was there anytime I had problems with something. I didn't understand a process or something. He was there to help me. But he was still giving me enough room to breathe to where it didn't feel like he was looking over my shoulder because that's, you got people looking at this. Mez comes around, he looks at the booth to make sure it's good. So you want to make sure you provide a good representation. And so he was great just in the fact that if I needed him, I was there, but he gave me enough space to do whatever I needed to do. And I can't thank him enough for that. So that dude is kick ass. So yeah, I would still blame him.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't have a new ETA on that. But I'm pretty sure that it will be marketed very heavily. Update the old one. Shaft with a limited mag and Daredevil, we can use an update. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they would go back and revisit some of those characters, but I don't think that they've announced anything officially. But it's a good thing we've seen some of the other ones. Posing Doc Ock didn't feel like the final product. I thought he felt very good, but I could still tell that one that we got was not a finished one. I'm not saying that means he'll be earlier or later. But to me, if I would have got that figure in my hand, that sample, I would have been happy with it. I thought it did pretty well. Did you meet anyone that you were surprised to meet? Yes. And I meant to talk about this. Emily from Hasbro. So I met her, and dude, anybody that talks shit about that woman is an asshole. That woman is the kindest, sweetest person. She is nice, man. I was very impressed with her. She didn't know me from anybody, and when she talked to me, she treated me like she knew me, and it wasn't like corporate or con speak. It was a person actually talking. And so when it used to bother me when I see people talking about her just on the lives. It would really bother me now because of that. And I met her initially, she was like that. I met her 2 more times after that, and she was the sweetest person. And she gets a lot of flack. And I told her, I was like, I really appreciate you do what you do, you know. So I was surprised to meet her, and she was a really nice person to meet. Really nice person. And Sam Jones, the Flash, he signed my Flash comic book. He was cool. Long story short. No ETA on Doc Ock, no. No ETA. So Joe is not dead? Oh. I guess we shall see. What if does Mezco mention anything about the Rumbler? No, there wasn't anything mentioned about that at all. How many people did you meet that you didn't know? Who didn't? Yeah, a lot. Dudes were walking by him, they did not know who he was. And I think he likes it like that. I know Wade paid. I know Wade paid us to show for him. Dude, I like Wade, man. He's cool. Anything. Sorry, man. I'm just going through this MCU. Sorry about that. Okay. Exclusive feature. Yeah, I don't know. The guy that was at the PX booth, we talked to him for a little bit too, but it wasn't anything business related, so I'm wondering where that goes to. Yep. Tim Marriott, he's an awesome guy. Very good guy. Very nice. Lots of positive, constructive criticism. I wouldn't even say it was constructive. It was just it was really nice talk. What's roll call? Roll call was something I was doing for this last month for this exclusive that I was giving away. It was a chance to be able to reward people that support, not reward. It was me trying to say thank you to the people that kind of come in and show support to the show. Toy Migos had great coverage. I lost it. Toy Migos had great coverage of Jada. Yes, they did. Street Fighter history. Yep, exactly. I think it was all 19 or 20. Going to bed. We'll still be listening. Thank you to Collector. I'm gonna open this right now. I think most people are probably trying to do that. Mez was there? Yes, he was there. He is a very low-key guy. Yes, he does, and I think he likes that. I think he likes the fact that he can walk around like that. Paige is the man. No, just a collector like everybody else that loves the line. Paige, do you collect Living Dead doll or MDS? I collect MDS, but the smaller stuff, not the mega scale. And these guys know. I sent them pictures of Sadie, and I'm like, man, I think I want to get this, but probably not. All right, are you ready for this?
Do it.
All right. So what are your overall thoughts with everything? Did you have like a best in show while I set this up?
Um,
We're gonna do the unboxing right now. Sorry to cut you off. Unboxing of Casey Jones, really quick.
Man, I want to say Doc Ock because he looks so amazing, but Tangerine, I mean, she's been, wanted for so long, and I mean, Tangerine, best in show.
Tangerine, you said?
Yes.
What did you like about her?
I just think it's different. Like I like the Rumble Society IP. I mean, it's a strong female. She obviously has attitude, which I think is a badass. The suit looks great, or the body looks great. I just think it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a great character to add to any. I mean, that's a great thing about Rumble Society. You can mix and match it in with almost anything, and she'll do great. I second would be Doc Ock, of course, like everybody else. So, I mean, we have two Doc Ocks already. That's the only reason why I want Tangerine, because it's new. But he looks, god dang, he looks badass. He got jacked. He was sipping on some of that, super soldier serum. Juiced him.
I'll mute this. Let's call this the Casey Cam. Is there something that you're? I know that you're best in show, but is there something that you are really excited to see? Most anticipated?
Uh, Deadpool. I want to see the accessories that he's going to come with the movie Deadpool. Or the blank. The blank, especially since I got these Dick Tracy figures sitting right in front of me. I like Prune Face when he came out. I want to see what the blank comes with too.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff.
I'm trying to find which camera would work for this. I think they're all the same. Okay, and then the last question I had for you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it said it was picking up my beats. The last question I had for you was, so I know you weren't there, but is there something through this whole Mezco con virtually or anything else that you would say, including the chat? I want to know what you guys think too. Is there something that you would say you would like to see them change or improve upon?
Mm-hmm. God, I don't know. I like MezCon. I like when we get the or RumbleCon or any of them. We get the reveals. Everybody's all excited, probably hitting refresh on their phones like I am. Like
Mm-hmm.
starting from the countdown at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Maybe more follow up on some of those figures that have been teased a while ago. Like, was it Crab Louie? Was that his name? Or
Mm-hmm.
the
Sorry.
that's okay. I'd like to see more follow up. Like it's good. And I know that obviously things are in different stages of process. Like I'm a realist, but since I can have, it's my wish. I'd like to see more follow up on those figures that we were teased a while ago. Now,
Why is it echoing?
yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out a little bit.
Because of this. Hold on. Hello?
Yep.
Mute this so it doesn't do the thingy. All right. Hello?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna do that. I don't know how to take that off. I even muted it. Everything is muted.
Am I echoing still? Yep.
How about now? Yeah,
Yep.
so good.
I'll mute myself when you're ready to do this. So,
Is it me or is it that?
oh, I hear it in yours. Like I hear my voice coming through yours.
Yeah. This is not what I thought out. This
beat.
is not well thought out, Paige. How about now?
Say again.
How about now?
Nope, no feedback. I don't hear myself echoing either.
There's a little echo, but yeah, it is to be expected. All right, let's see if we got here. Did I clean this? I probably did. Sorry about the delay.
Still got Vaseline on your lens from while you were there?
From that or something else. Oh, just kidding.
Hey-o.
Playing. Why does that not look good?
Uh-oh. Paige, they can see the secret rumbler.
Where? Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna. It's all right. I don't go through this. A lot of people have like the same thing. That sucks. Anyway. Give me a second. I should have had this set up before. Not the cam that I thought would work. Anyway. All right.
He's not wearing pants, Steve.
I'm not.
He stood up before he went live, and I was like, whoa.
So, man, this thing sold out so quick. It was ridiculous.
So how many people ordered Casey Jones?
Front or back, whatever you would like to call it.
Great art.
It is. Is this okay or probably higher?
Yeah.
I'm going to be listening to stuff up anyway. If you see stuff in the chat, let me know.
Yeah.
Feels like we're in space. Yeah, I know. Poor headphone users. Hopefully it's not too bad now. All right. Quick unboxing instruction sheet. Don't worry, I'll take a picture of that later. All right, what do we got?
Will it fit?
Right. You know what? Yes, it will. One of the things I really loved about this thing when I took it out, because I was doing the sales one and opening up and pushing those guys out there, was his backpack.
That golf bag thing?
Yeah. This is not going to work like I wanted it to.
Yeah. He's got sweatpants like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah. Let me try something really quick. Maybe we can change the camera settings. Of course. That didn't work. Mother. I don't want to join the chat. Let's do that. I don't like this camera. But it doesn't let you figure it out. Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
There, that's better, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit better. Yeah, he looks okay. I should have just held him up, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it's because the focus is struggling. We gotta fire the production guy.
He sucks.
Man,
Let's do this.
Sell some more ad space.
Well, this show doesn't make any money, right? Let's do this. How about that?
God dang, it looks good.
Yeah, that's good. He is double jointed.
What?
Yeah.
Mezco wasn't doing double jointed elbows.
Yeah, you know, it's a flex. There you go.
Wow.
Push it. Let's push it.
Snap, snap, photo, photo.
Let me turn this guy off. We don't need him anymore. Let's turn him off. Hold on a second. No, we were not getting anything. Yeah, forward.
Jesus. Straight out of the
Backward.
mouth, folks.
Yeah. No warming up or anything else like that. Abs of steel.
He's got an 8-pack.
Mm-hmm. Got this little tiny thing like that. Your legs up, leg back. Now back, no. Back is about like that. That's just, you know how you go like this? So here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put one up here. This is going back. So you're only getting kind of straight leg. You're not gonna get back. Let's see here. That's where I find the joint. Double jointed knee.
Wow.
Ankles. He's got these shoes. Let's try this. Where's it at? Remember, I'm doing this kind of blind, so. All right, I don't want to take those off, but anyway. Your shoes.
I like how they're grungy, looking dirty, street level.
It's not focusing. But that's the shoe. Your ankle pivot.
Wow.
It's a little bit, not much, but the body feels good. Pause, whatever. Head, because of the mullet, the head, it's softer. The hair.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Look at that.
Yeah.
As far as like going down, look at that.
Is it like Bishop's hair?
No. This feels a lot softer. Like,
okay.
Look how it's like soft plastic. You see?
Yeah.
Like it's very soft around there, so you could get it. That's what is helping him go a little bit farther. But yeah. Let's see here.
Yes. Goalie stick.
Yeah, it's not showing the detail. Like it's detailed. It's very detailed.
You see the wood grain and stuff in it.
Yeah, you can. I don't think you'll be able to see it because the lighting and everything.
Hold still. I'm going to take my Macro Monday shot off of your.
That's a toupee. It's not real hair. Yeah, sweatpants look good. The sweatpants look. Oh yeah, here I'll do this. Here you go.
Some Jean-Claude.
Yeah, I like to kind of see how far they go. But there you go.
Oh, can he do your famous crisscross applesauce pose?
Of course. I think this is like a challenge for somebody to say that, to see me actually do it. Some guy said, "You don't really do that."
Boom.
I was like,
Live.
"Bullshit, brother." I like this because it kind of like, I like it because it kind of shows like not only like the legs, but also in the shoulders. Like you can see how far you get the hands and everything else too. But
Nice.
there you go. Can you do that one? What are you doing? But anyway, yeah. Somebody probably. Oh man, my things are probably going. Let's see. We'll take a look and see if he has a butterfly joint. Let's take this off. Denim jacket comes off.
Somebody asked.
Inside, yes.
Dye transfer. Any concerns you feel?
Let me check it out. So yeah, double joint. I mean, not double joint. Butterfly joint. It's a little one. It's not much, but you can. I would say you're probably gonna have to work that a little bit. Mine's a little stuck. Dye transfer. I don't see any on the arms or the shoulders where it touches. Everything looks good. Are we de-pantsing him? Just kidding. The pants. Oh, hey. Oh, what is that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, are these briefs?
What? Whitey tighties?
No, they're black. But anyways,
Sexy.
minis, turn your head. Oh, that's just I guess kind of the whatever it is. But yeah, you'll be able to. Let's not no frontal nudity, but you'll be able to take the pants off. You probably pop off the if you pop off the you pop off the shoes and everything. You'll be able to probably look at that.
Some Jones hams right there.
Anything else about it, like question wise, because I can't see everything.
No.
Yeah, sweatpants are cool. You
Oh, he
probably
wants to
pop
see
that off.
this. He says, raise the pant cuffs to show off the socks.
Oh, okay.
That's from Henrock, the legend.
Hanrock, they are, yeah. There you go. The sweatpants are a little tight, but that's what the
Nice.
socks will look like this. It's kind of like those white tube socks. And yeah, the ankles are cool. You could probably go about halfway before you start losing it. I wanted to show people that's a lot of detail on that.
Oh, the blocker, goalie
Yeah, the
blocker.
blocker. It's not going to show it, but
That's good. Looks like the old Cooper blockers from the 80s.
yeah, I'm trying to. You're not going to be able to see it. That sucks.
I can't
But
even hear what I'm talking about.
yeah, the head sculpts. I'll be honest with you. They saw how well this did. So if you didn't get this, I would say, man, don't sweat it. Personally, I would say wait, but you can do what you want.
Heard it here first. Getting reissued. Black and
I
white
did
version.
not say that. I'm just
Cartoon
saying
version,
that
black
what
and white version, Mirage version. Yeah,
no, I mean you could just tell. I
I
mean
know.
they do stuff, and then also they saw the line. Like I said, the line was wrapped around. They're smart. They know what they're doing.
They know
And
there's some meat left on the bone there where they can make some money.
yeah, plus if you look at it, we got two turtle sets.
Yeah. In less than a year.
Yeah, so if you're out there in the market looking for this, just take that into consideration. The fact that they've done variants of the turtle stuff already, so
Business suit Casey.
that would be cool, wouldn't it? You
Yeah.
could probably. Oh, you know what? Thanks for the idea. I will give you full credit. I want to take this head and put it on a suited body.
Do it. Own it. You can have it. You don't
Is
have
this
to give me
gonna
credit,
work?
dude. You know me, I don't like credit.
No, I know you don't. I do. All right, well, that's it. But the two, same thing. Hair is pliable, so you guys don't want to see the hands or anything like that. Lots of hands. I do want to show you this. This is cool. Is there any other questions, Casey, on Agent Gomez? I will do that. I'll try to do that. Damaged mask. Yeah, the damage mask here. I showed that one, but I'll show it again.
Yes.
You're not gonna be able to see it really, but you see.
Yeah, we can see there's some scratches on the face.
It's crap. I'll do like a video. Where's it at? Oh yeah, this is the one thing that I really liked was the other items that they gave him. The bat. The other one too. What do you call this? Is it like a cricket bat too?
Yeah, the cricket bat, the baseball bat.
Yeah, this stuff is gonna go great with other ones. There was a broken bat too that I really liked. Lots of scuffing and
A Jose Canseco bat?
yeah.
Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
Yeah, a bat with like a lot of dings and stuff like that.
That's cool. It's an aluminum bat. I like that.
Yeah, this one was cool. I want to take off this pouch and show you guys.
Cricket bat. It's Love
Yeah,
it.
you can't really see it. Handles look cool. Yeah, I knew I should have figured out this top down thing before I did anything. Golf club.
That's cool. Got a golf club.
Yeah. This is what I really wanted to show you was it's missing. Just kidding. This.
See, Powers gets it. Love it, Christian.
That
That looks
backpack.
so good.
Yeah, man. The
It's like my
stitching in
grandpa's
it.
golf bag.
Yeah. These pouches. Remember, I'm doing this on the fly and no time to really see, obviously, but then also to kind of explore. But these pouches with the button, it just looks like that's kind of sewn on. I don't think that those are functional. And there's a bottom where you would put your like golf balls. God bless you.
Thank you.
Back of it stitching and stuff. And then that, look at, like, you could carry it like that if you wanted to. You have it strapped over, and it's that these tabs. I didn't use them, but all I did when I was displaying them was I just put it over his shoulder, arm kind of thing. But that was something I was really impressed with. Does this shirt come off here? Let's try that too. Was there any questions, you think?
No, I think everybody, that, like somebody said, there's a lot of, after I dropped the Jose Canseco bat, we got a few quotes from it. Casey had sculpt, but on the Dick Tracy body. Storyline Studio said.
Oh yeah. Oh, remind me of that. I'll do that. Try that. Who said that? Make sure I get their name so I can.
How's the bag? Christian asked, but you showed that Crumpet.
Bag looks great. No dye transfer.
That's a highlight for me.
There was no dye transfer at all. And this moves well, man. Like I'm really surprised at the range, going backwards. That's straight up.
Yeah.
That's Exorcist level. And then the forward too. Holy crap. You could keep going if you wanted to.
There you go, Paige. Business suit Casey Jones.
Yeah. So who has, I don't know who has a gray suit. I'll try it with the Dick Tracy, and then I'll try it. And he has it's a ball peg one. It's not. This is nice, dude. This is nice. I got a lot of Macro Monday ideas for it. Any other question? Looks amazing. Can't wait. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to go ahead and bed. Thanks, man, Adam. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Adam.
That episode was hilarious. Yeah, it was.
Like
minis.
He'll never suspect me.
Yeah. Okay. So whoever gets this, again, we'll do the roll call. I just need to get things kind of settled. So just so you know that I have it. It's yours.
You just send it to me now because I won.
I'll do that.
Thanks. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is cool. I know a lot of people might be disappointed that they weren't able to get it, but I think this has enough demand, interest, and everything like that for maybe they'll take it in consideration to do another version. You never know. This is dope, bro. Looks good.
What character would you like to see released next?
Shredder.
Well, everybody's gonna get. That's an easy question.
Yeah. Dude, this is cool, man. I like this a lot. All right, we're almost at 3 hours.
Hey, MC, more content.
Exactly. But there was a lot to cover. Hopefully everyone found this episode informative and entertaining. I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of stuff information-wise and photo-wise that you probably won't see in other places. Oh, also, because everything just don't make it exclusive. I agree. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should make the next one just a regular release and probably ramp up the production numbers. As something safe, what I would suggest right now is because let's go see really quick. I don't know. You might be able to check it faster than I can. I know that I know Doc Ock is still up for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Casey Jones is still waitlisted. If it was me personally,
Jump on
even I would jump. Yeah, I would jump on it, and because it's metrics, they use that. So if they see that there's X amount of people that want it, they might look at those numbers and say, okay, there's a pretty high demand for this. If we're going to make this a regular release, let's do X amount. And that way there's a better chance, you know. Or maybe if they do a regular, they'll just do an open pre-order. I think that's safer. But I definitely agree with Craig that this should just be a regular release. That way everybody has a chance to get it. I think that's a good show of faith on their part. Not saying that they're going to do it. I think that would mean a lot, you know. Even do a pre-order. Would you be okay if you had a pre-order and you had to wait a couple months, a year to do it?
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it would take long. I mean, they have the mold.
Yeah.
You know, so
throw together some new clothes and
yeah, great idea. But yeah, thank you for everybody that tuned in. Hope you guys found the information informative. Sorry about all the talking, but there was a lot to go over. I appreciate MC always.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for sharing all the extras that you did at Comic-Con, you know, to give us better looks at the figures that most people don't get the opportunity to see.
Yeah, and I'm still, like I said, I'm still settling in. I still have a bunch of photos, and I'll post some of these videos. You guys will be able to get a better look at that stuff because it's in 4K and it'll help show some of the details and everything. But I'll be putting that stuff out over the next week. Not trying to beat it into the ground, but you'll be able to see some of that stuff. Anybody have any questions or anything? Damn, this is a long show.
Yeah. It takes you and Cece 2 weeks what you and I do in one night.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, that's about it. No questions or anything? I think it was a good show. A lot of shit packed into it.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about all the other stuff, so share that with Cece. The Rattler.
Yeah, we got 8 minutes. Make it 2. So what do you think with some of the other stuff? What was really
the Rattler was
to you?
huge. Odious
Yeah.
or Odious, how do you say it? I pre-ordered that a long time ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not a fan, and I know it wasn't at Comic, it was at like separate reveal, but that Mafex, whatever, Doomsday looks amazing.
There's a Doomsday?
Yeah, and it's like I've seen the Bane scaled up next to the Batman with the Mafex line, and he's much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And Doomsday is supposed to be that size, if not a little bit bigger, and it looks amazing.
I didn't see that. Can you send that to me? I didn't see it.
I know. You know, I know you're not a guy, but that would be a good stand-in until Mezco gets the ball rolling. Better than the McFarlane stuff, I think. I think it's a fair scaled size Doomsday.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. There was just so much going on. And that's yeah, this too. I saw these. Oh man, those look so good.
Oh, those look great.
Yeah. I have a bunch of pictures of the Joe stuff and a bunch of pictures of the Rattler. I didn't post those. I didn't know how to really post them. Like I figure I'll just make like a separate folder of just other stuff that I took pictures of, like Jada stuff and some other stuff, and I'll put it on the Toy Paige. But man, that Rattler, oh my God. I sent you guys pictures, right?
Yeah, yep. I think you did.
Yeah. That thing looked really good. I haven't backed it yet. I need to go back.
How many you get?
Just one, bro. I can't.
Yeah, the room is, you know, time, and as we said, time and time again, it's space.
Yeah, I can't, bro. We still got that Dragonfly that's coming. So it's like,
was that on display there? The final, like, I mean, I don't know if it's the final version. I know they just did an unboxing for us, but
yeah, it It's they showed that, they showed all the new stuff, and they were all there. I think I chatted with Dan Yoon for a little bit. Lenny, I talked to him. They're just, they were really good people, and the product that they were showing. I talked about the Mezco booth. I can't imagine setting up that Hasbro booth.
Hasbro booth. Ugh.
God, they had so many figures there. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah. So mental note next year, I'll wear a camera or I'll set up a camera.
Some meta glasses.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping that I have a chance to go next year and maybe expand upon some stuff. I think that video stuff was kind of at the last minute, and so I'm hoping that maybe something a little bit more established and some better camera work can do that next year. I just thought it was cool to be able to showcase some of that stuff to people because a lot of people can't go to the con. It's expensive, man.
Oh yeah, and look at like you and I flying across, from Florida to California. It's an expensive flight just in itself, plus hotel, and then the tickets to the show and pricing for food and all this stuff. You got to take all that stuff into consideration beyond just tickets and what you're going to buy for merch if you're not local, and then getting the stuff back.
Oh yeah, man. Shipping is just everything over there shipping wise is super expensive because they know it's the convention. So it's almost like they surge price everything. I get it, but it's it's a unique experience, man. It's really cool, but it's hard to kind of convey that to people, like show people. We see pictures and videos and stuff like that, but hopefully next year I'll be able to figure out a better way to kind of like make it more of an experience. I think that would be really cool.
It was the first time talking face to face, but thank you for updating us on Comic-Con and CCNI. So we thank you.
Oh yeah, man. Dude. Like, you two guys are the first person I thought about like sharing stuff to. Like when I was able to like do it.
Yeah.
Share stuff. I was like, man, the show that it's so exciting, man. So to see that there was a lot of ooh and ah moments, not just from Mezco, but from other booths too. I appreciate everything that those guys do to put that stuff up, man, because it's not easy, man. It's a lot of work.
Oh,
good work.
Imagine.
Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. But, all right, we're close to 3 hours, so we'll see how this goes. But I think there's enough meat filler in there and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's important, man. There are people behind all of this stuff, and they put a lot into it. So whether you agree with it or appreciate it or not, I think it's important to kind of highlight that. You want to say CC's tagline?
Oh man, I would do it such injustice. I don't want to rip them off.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate you guys supporting, whether you watch live or whether you just tuned in for a little bit, tuned out, or you're watching this later on the replay. Thank you very much. Remember, they're just toys. Have fun.
Thanks.
We sound so enthusiastic about it. Now I'm tired.
Let's hit you.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you, man. 6 a.m. to what? Whenever they close.
I wonder if CC's still in Club CC right now. I think that's why he didn't join us. He's
probably running.
Right.
He's probably ripping the photos off of this and putting it on his own.
Well, when I was there,
I am part of the show.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, everyone. Bye bye. Say bye.
All right.
That's a poor bye.
I know.
You're like, I know. All right.
Pets, get them stuff done.
Spayed or neutered.
Yeah. Fix them. No puppies. No water.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, I can't say that either.
He did drink a lot of water when he was there. It's not like It's not like a thing he says. He drinks a lot of water. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Bye. Thanks, Paige. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, man. Bye.